Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome to the 21st, I can't even speak, episode of the Nintendo Night Podcast. I'm joined today by some awesome people to talk to you guys about all of the Nintendo news that's happened this month, as well as answer some of your questions. But let me introduce to you guys who we've got here. We've got Mudkip Memo,
Yo, guys. Hope you all are having an amazing day today.
and of course, we've got our classic friend, Ruffled Rowlet.
Uganda forever, brother.
And yeah, I mean, we've got a small group here right now. I think some people will be joining a little bit later. They're running a little bit late. I didn't want to delay the stream again, so that's why I was just like, we'll just start, and then if other people want to join, they'll join in the middle. But I know Zach wants to come. He said he is on the way or whatever. I know he wants to talk about Animal Crossing and all that. So we're going to save that for when he comes on. But since, like, basically, I guess the main Pokemon guys are here right now, I guess we can just jump right in with the Pokemon coverage, where really the big thing that happened was Pokemon Day, which happened a couple days ago. And on Pokemon Day, we got the reveal for a brand new mythical Pokemon for Pokemon Sword and Shield, who was hinted at a couple weeks ago. They had like a silhouette. And yeah, we
Yep.
found out that this Pokemon is called Zarude, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. It's like a monkey Pokemon. You can see it in the thumbnail. It's that fourth little box to the very right. And I guess we can just give our overall thoughts. So, Memo, how do you feel about it?
It was okay, dude. It was like it wasn't like a 10 out of 10 really. It was okay, but I think it looked way better as an art form than it did in game. Like it was such a weird difference. But I'm content with it. I'm all right with it. The typing is weird, the ability is weird. I don't know how good it will be really, but yeah, I'm okay with it.
And what are your overall thoughts about it, Ruffle?
Okay, so this is how I see it, right? I was excited for this because I was hoping for something more like I was hoping for something more unique. I expected it to be some sort of monkey, right? I think everybody expected that, but like I expected it to be like slightly more unique. And I made the exact same point that Memo just mentioned that like when I saw the artwork of it, right? I was like, that's pretty cool. I like the artwork,
Yeah.
right? But when I see it in game, it just looks so weird, bro. It's like it's got like a weird like glow on it, and like it's just I don't know. It's almost like oil. It kind of looks like oily almost, right? And I'm just like, why does it look worse in game than it does like you know like in a drawing form? Like, why is that? That's just weird. And also another thing that really just kind of annoyed me. Actually, the one thing that actually got me really happy was I got the typing right because I'd been predicting it a few days ahead of time. We came to the conclusion, oh, it's going to be a grass dark type or something like that, right? And it ends up being dark grass, but still, and that got me happy. But then I realized that's probably one of the worst typings it could have gotten. Like
Oh
Yep.
that's
yeah, it is
weak.
shit.
That's so
Yeah.
bad. It's so bad.
Seven
Like
weaknesses,
really
bro.
bad.
Seven weaknesses.
that is atrocious, yo. Like it is horrible. And that when I thought about that, I was like, oh shit, that's not good. Like that is not good whatsoever for this situation. So um that got me a little bit like I don't know, like a little sad. And I'm gonna be honest though, I feel like they really need to chill with the monkey grass types. Like we just had Grookey, you know what I mean?
Bro,
Like I
not
don't
even
see
not even
why.
just like the monkey grass types, just monkeys in general. How many
Yeah,
monkey
yeah, yeah,
Pokemon do we have? Like, it's not even funny. It's like so many monkey Pokemon.
yeah. But
Like,
it's on top of that, bro. We now have like six or so grass type ones. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just too many, bro. Like, can we chill with those? Like, seriously, I don't like. I get why they did this, right? Because they wanted it to fit with the Coco movie, right? Which is
Mm-hmm.
mean,
meant
yeah,
to be
this
like a
is just
Tarzan.
for the Coco movie. This is just
Exactly,
for the
Literally
Coco
just for
movie.
exactly.
that. Yeah,
So they
Yeah.
wanted to fit with the whole Tarzan vibe of that, right? They wanted to fit
exactly.
with that, but like at the same time, it's like, why didn't you just make this a normal Pokemon in the actual like a normal Pokemon in the game? Like, why didn't you, or like in the
Yeah.
story? Like, why wasn't this just a brand new normal Pokemon? Why does it have to like? How is this a mythical Pokemon? That's my question, right? How is this a mystical, like brand new, like how is this a special Pokemon? When you generally look at it, I'm just like, this Pokemon isn't like it doesn't feel special, and that's the thing with like mythicals and legendaries, right? Like the thing is, they're meant to be feel like they're yeah, like they are these mythical creatures or these special creatures and stuff. But they really like this thing just doesn't. I don't have any feeling for it whatsoever. It just feels like a generic monkey Pokemon. And
That's
honestly,
exactly how I feel. Like my overall
yep,
thoughts about this. Like usually, when I think of mythical Pokemon, is there's either two versions of them. Like one, they're either like really cute, kind of like Mew, Jirachi, Victini, those types of ones, or they look really, really epic, kind of like Volcanion, like Marshadow, Hoopa. But like
Oh yeah, that's true. I
this
didn't
one
even
just
think
doesn't
about
feel
this.
like I can't even see like the whole like epic vibe from this Pokemon either. It just doesn't feel like it belongs as a mythical Pokemon. But of course, that's just my opinion. It's all subjective. Maybe to you this is the best design ever, but
But actually one more thing with the whole promotion when they actually showed the Zarude in game, you could actually see Zarude being thrown out in a Cherish Ball, and that actually
mm-hmm.
worried me because Cherish Balls is what we usually get from mystery gifts. So that got me thinking that we will most likely not see an event for this guy.
Oh,
We will
definitely not.
probably just get it in a mystery gift. I was kind of expecting that, but
Yeah, if they did a whole like little story event, I would actually be really impressed. Like if they had like a whole like trip to like how we had like New Moon Island and all that stuff in the past.
exactly,
If they did
exactly.
like a little thing like that, I'd actually be very impressed with them. But the fact that it's in a Cherish Ball, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do it
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I
That's
was thinking the
crazy.
exact same
And the
thing.
thing is, it's not even gonna be like Gen 7. Like everybody was memeing about how getting mythicals then was just like you talk to the delivery guy and he just gives it to you. It's not even that anymore. Now you literally just put in a code or whatever and it just downloads into your game like as a mystery
Yep.
gift. That's crazy.
And one more thing, I was thinking, why I was hoping that we could get an event because the movie Coco comes out in July, late July, I believe, and our DLC comes out in June. So I was hoping for that they would implement some event in the DLC. But when I saw the Cherish Ball, I was pretty sad about it. Well, but what can I do, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they really just like. I mean, they like. Let's be honest, right? Not to be super negative about Pokemon and stuff, because I'm honestly like kind of excited for the DLC, as I think
Oh,
that
I'm looking
like
forward to it. Yeah.
they're getting shit
Yeah.
right there. Like I think they're getting things right in terms of like the actual content in it. But
Mm-hmm.
like
Hmm.
honestly, this is not to do with like Sword and Shield in particular. But this is just to do with Pokemon in general. The Mythicals have
Yeah.
been shit, yo. The Mythicals are bad. Like Mythicals in general, just lately, like ever since like I think what since 2012 since Black and White, right? They've been just bad. Like they just haven't done anything interesting
I
with
mean,
them. It's
I
usually just
liked
like
Volcanion.
no,
Volcanion
no, no,
was
not
good.
Volcanion was
designs, not the
badass.
designs, not the
Oh,
designs. Like how you like
oh, the
actually
way to
get them.
get them. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Exactly, exactly. And like, bro, it's just been bad. Like
You
it
didn't
really
like
just
Yeah,
has been
yeah.
Melmetal?
bad.
You didn't like Melmetal and Meltan or
No, I'm talking
Zeraora?
about how you receive them.
No, he's talking
Is
about
what I'm
like the
talking
way
about.
to get them. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what
Oh,
I meant.
okay. Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he meant the designer first too.
No, no,
Like,
I'm
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
how you
yeah.
receive them. That's what I'm
yeah,
talking
Oh,
because
about.
yeah,
it's
that's
it's
true.
just a
That's
lame
Like
yeah, yeah.
lame delivery
it,
guy. Yeah.
yeah,
Very true.
exactly.
Very
Like
true.
the shit's just so boring, yo. Like this, it's not interesting, right? Like it's far more fun. Like think about like so. Let me do a comparison. I've done this a million times, but let me just do it again. Like remember back when like we used to catch them. Now it's going to be more about legendaries and off mythicals. But remember like the Reggies in the past, right? And I know they're returning now with the DLC, but like new ones and shit. But you
Mm-hmm.
remember with the Reggies, how you had to do the puzzle and shit to get them,
Oh yeah,
and like that
dude,
sort of
that
stuff.
was so awesome, dude.
Yeah, it
We
was amazing.
dude, we had like groups of 10 kids like, "Oh my God, how did you do
Yeah,
this? How
because like
did you do
nobody
that?"
really relied on the internet back then. It's
Exactly.
so fun.
We got everything from magazines and one dude was like, "Dude, you have to have Wailord at the front and you have to
Dude,
have
all
that
the
guy
all
at
the kids at
the
the
back."
playground who'd like help you. Oh man, good times.
Exactly. And I was like, "What?" It was like the freaking Da Vinci Code, dude. It was like the Da Vinci Code
That
for
was
real.
so
And
yeah, that was so good.
yeah, it was so cool. And one more thing is that I really like the Gen 4 events for like for example Darkrai one.
Yeah, New Moon
I love
Island.
that was so simple, dude. One dude probably did that in like 2 hours, but it was so cool and iconic. Why can't they do that now?
Yeah, you just
Why
remember them.
can't
Like I
they do that?
remember the Victini one. Like it was like in the very beginning of the game, and you like encountered Team Plasma, and
Mm,
they had them or whatever. So it's just
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
they used to be great in my opinion. I feel
they
like
used to be.
now
You
it's
know, and
just
you would
like
think now that they have like a
lackluster.
system like the Switch, it's way more capable. Like they could go all out and have really crazy events, but it's like they've just gotten worse. You know, it's just
Yeah, like it's Game Freak. They were really ahead of their time in 2D. They're not so ahead of their time in 3D. That's
exactly.
No,
just the way it
they
is.
really have like
They
fallen
were
behind.
ahead of their time in 2D though. That was crazy how good and innovative they were with their games. But now I like they will probably catch up. They will catch up, but I don't know how
Eventually,
many years it
I
will
would think
take.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how many years it will take.
Actually, speaking of that, didn't something come out saying that Game Freak like moved their like
Yeah,
office closer to
yeah.
Nintendo or something?
Nintendo is gonna babysit them from now on, dude.
Which
Hopefully,
I hope they do. Honestly, like
hopefully,
I
They
yeah.
are,
really
dude.
do.
Like at least have like Nintendo like overlooking and being like, okay, we can help you if you need it, and because that would be
They
really
do need that.
appreciated.
They do need that, and I think they
Hello.
actually accepted it. Yo,
Hey,
what's
look who
up,
it is.
Zach?
What's up?
What's up, y'all? Mm.
All right, so because of you, we did not talk about Animal Crossing first, man. We talked about this
Hey.
mythical
Yeah,
Pokemon that nobody likes instead.
you're
But
gonna carry this stream, dude.
yeah, but I mean, I guess real quick, what are your thoughts on the new Pokemon? Did you like it or?
I actually, it's funny. I usually really love the Pokemon designs, but this didn't even click for me.
Yeah, I don't know. This one, I
It
think
looks weird.
I've seen everybody on this with it's like two sides. Like you either love it or you hate it. I haven't seen anyone like really be in the middle with it. Um, I don't
Maybe
know.
it'll grow
I
on
don't
me. I
know.
don't
Like
know.
I don't know. Like I don't like mind it, but I don't love it either. Like
I think the
like
True,
one
it's
problem
true.
is just because we already
it's
have a
just so
grass monkey, like
yeah,
so.
literally from this gen. You
Yeah,
know?
as a starter, it's just like, then why did we have to have another? You know.
I think that that's probably why it was so non. Well, just because of my English not that good at the moment, non-awesome. I can't think of any other word,
Yeah.
but because we got Grookey and we got Rillaboom, and then
Exactly.
we're getting because Rillaboom is way more superior than
Yeah, I
Zarude, in
like
my
Rillaboom's
opinion.
design way more personally.
Exactly, exactly. So that's probably taking it a little bit away from that, but yeah, like this was just for the movie Coco, just for that, just for a promotion. I'm
Yeah, but that's the
telling you.
same thing with Zero Aura, bro. The same thing there. Zero Aura wasn't like you didn't get any special way for it to get it. You know, it's just a code.
Mm.
You know, it's a QR code and that's it, right? And that like that's the same thing. It was just for the movie. Same thing with like last year's movie, which was like what the remake movie. What did they do for that? They just gave away Pokemon Go Mewtwo armored Mewtwo's. That's it. You know, like this is like they're just not doing anything interesting for the most part. Like everything just I don't know. Everything just feels so generic for the mythicals, and I'm really sad
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, I mean overall, it's all right. I mean, it's like it's just a new Pokemon, but it's like I don't know. Recently, the designs for me personally haven't been clicking all that
But
much.
but we are getting another mythical later, so I'm happy about that though. At least from what a data mine said before, that we're getting a second mythical.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be two, so that's
Yeah,
good.
and but I'm not gonna lie though, the Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos Galarian forms. If I you can't hate on those, dude.
Yeah, those are sick. I love those.
Those
Yeah,
are sick, dude. Those
yeah.
those really give the legendary vibe, mythical
The
vibe with
same
them.
thing with those new Reggie things,
Yes.
also.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh
I love
yes,
those.
yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty clean, and I'm sure there's probably more that like we don't even know about, like other
But
new
I'm
forms or
surprised though,
something.
bro. Like why they're relying so much on their older Pokemon though. Like
Nostalgia, bro.
yeah, but that's the thing though.
True.
Like, is it? But like at the same time,
What?
like, why? Like, imagine if we got like because I'm excited for those. By the way, trust me, I love the regional birds. Well, not
Hmm.
regional, but the legendary birds
Yeah.
trio. Like those look insane. I love
Yeah,
them. But the thing
yeah.
though is like, why rely on that? Why not try to like make some new shit? Because like I don't know. Like
Because it will
I think
sell in the
Urshifu. I
end.
think
It will
Urshifu
sell.
looks cool. You know, I think Urshifu looks cool,
Urshifu's
right?
probably my
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
legendary that they've shown so far out of like
Yeah,
the
I
new
mean, but
ones.
also the problem there is also it
Even
doesn't
the
really
even the
look like a
wolves.
legendary though as well either. To be honest, like doesn't
You
like I
like
don't
it
know
more
like
than the wolves, Sarah?
No, no, I mean like just like the DLC ones that have come
Oh,
after.
okay.
but I don't know like I feel like Pokemon designs in general have just been getting kind of worse over time. Like I feel like I don't know I feel like they've just kind of becoming like less and less like
Well, I think for
complex
Gen
or
8, I
interesting.
was
You
talking
know?
to someone about this on Twitter. On with Gen 8, I definitely think like a lot of them are just like really good that I really like, and then some are just terrible.
Yep. But
Like there's
we got
very
some
like in
stars.
the
We got some
few
stars in there. We got some stars in
like
there though.
I'm probably gonna piss off a bunch of people, but like some that are clean, like in my opinion, Dragapult, that thing's clean. I love it.
Ooh.
Dragapult is pretty dope or
It
whatever.
got number 11 in Pokemon of the Year, by the way.
Yeah,
That was
Dragapult is
crazy.
clean. I actually love Cinderace a lot. Scorbunny's Final Evolution. That's actually pretty cool.
Rillaboom.
Corviknight is dope as hell.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
Corviknight got
those Pokemon
25, I
are
think.
cool, but like Inteleon, I'm just be honest with you, I hate Inteleon. Like literally my least favorite Final
It,
Evolution ever.
it's shiny is cool though, but it's
I
not
agree.
that
I don't
awesome.
like Inteleon either.
Like
I
like
don't
I
even
like
like.
Delphox
I'll be
way
honest.
more. Delphox way
I'll be
more than
honest.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
Inteleon.
nah,
like
nah.
any
That's
of the
blasphemy, dude.
final
That's
evos for
blasphemy,
Gen
dude.
8s. Dude, I
Really?
don't like any of the final evos. Yeah, no, I'm looking at like
Really?
I don't like Rillaboom. I think it looks stupid. I don't like Inteleon, and I even like I listen. I don't mind Cinderace, but like when I think about listen, if I compare it to all the other final evos, okay, of all of the other starters, right? I would
Yeah.
literally take any. I don't like Primarina, but I'd take Primarina. Primarina.
Nah, that's
Like,
blasphemy.
bro,
dude.
I am sorry, bro,
That's
but I'm a
blasphemy,
bastardized. No, but it's like they missed a lot of opportunities with a lot of the designs. Like, for example, I think Cinderace could have been the new Greninja if they just made one change, right, and gave it like
What
a
is
scarf.
that?
You know, like a flame scarf, right?
Oh,
Which
yeah,
they literally could have
The
done, which was
sleeveless
so
hoodie,
easy.
the sleeveless hoodie on
Bro, remember the
Revolution have
rumors
stayed.
like
That
before
should
like,
have
Yeah.
it was
stayed.
saying that it was gonna be fire electric? That would have been sick.
Oh, that would be
Bro, like
sick.
they could have made it so fucking cool, but they
But
did.
it's still
like,
very, very cool.
It's
though,
okay,
dude.
but like I would honestly take any other like starter over that. Like I'm gonna be honest, like
Before Cinder.
I'm gonna take Meganium, Meganium over that shit, dude. Like, I'm gonna
Meganium's
take
fine, bro.
Okay,
I don't know.
now you're
Y'all-
hating on Meganium.
Y'all unnecessarily hate on Meganium.
Dude,
Meganium was
listen,
fine.
listen,
You want to
listen,
beef? You want to
listen.
beef, dude?
Hey,
Don't
bro,
hate on
hey,
Meganium,
bro,
dude.
no, bro, don't give me none of that. Listen, out of all the Gen 2 starters, mate,
I will
you know
take the
Meganium
train
is the
now,
worst one.
dude. I will take the train now.
Right, Typhlosion superior for ladder.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
But
that's fact.
The Johto starters were like they were so good though.
Yeah,
Yeah, all of them were
bad.
good. All of them were good.
None
All
of
of them
them-
were good.
All of them were mwah.
Yep,
Molto
I agree.
bene. You understand?
Hell yeah,
You
bro.
can't hate them, dude.
But that's the thing. Listen, that's the thing, though, right? Also, by the way, I just want to kind of bring up a random topic, but like,
Oh, okay.
what do you guys think about like another Let's Go game? Because I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh yeah, Aero.
I kind of want a Let's Go Johto now. I kind of want a Let's Go Johto now. No, you know why? You know why? Listen, because I'm kind of looking back at like the hype for like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, right? Like it was kind of stupid. Let's be honest. The game was kind of dumb, in all honesty. But like, I don't know why it was kind of like a relaxing game. Like it didn't feel like, dude. I was
looking back at like people like playing through that game and like the hype for it, and I don't know why, but something about it just makes me like how it looks slightly more than like how Sword and Shield looks. I don't know. That might just be me.
You know what it is? You know what it is? The
It's
chibi
just-
graphics.
It might be
It's the chibi
that,
graphics.
or just like how vibrant and colorful it is compared to like Sword and Shield.
Yep. Actually, I think there's one big reason, bro.
and
The
the-
graphics are actually better in Let's Go than Sword and Shield.
Shiny hunting is the best in Let's Go. I'm
Dude,
just
shiny
gonna go
hunting
ahead and
is
say it.
sick
It
in
was
that game
fun.
It was the best.
fun.
It
because
was
they
the best.
appear in the overworld too. Like, oh,
Exactly.
Yep. That's definitely one of the biggest things, right? Is the
Yeah,
shiny
that's the
hunting.
biggest thing.
Because bro,
That's the biggest
I
thing.
loved shiny hunting in Let's Go. It was so much fun. It was honestly one of the most fun things to do because, dude, seriously, like when they show up in the sky, I remember like freaking out when I got a shiny Dragonite, dude. I actually lost my shit because it was just so random and it was fun, honestly, bro. It was just really fun. But like, I think the problem with Let's Go was just a lack of content beyond that, right? Because like once you finish the game, that's it, right? You can shiny hunt, but that's it, right? That's the biggest problem with those games. There's a lack of like Pokemon. There's a lack of like anything else to do, right? But I think the actual game itself, like the world and stuff, was actually pretty neat. You know?
Look
I
at the
think the
chat.
actual,
Look
like,
at the Nintendo Nite chat, guys. Look at what I just sent you. Look at the date and then look at the actual content of the thing.
Let me see. Nintendo Nite. Let me see that. Galar missed. Wait, is that what you're talking about? The one you just said?
October 16th, this was posted, dude. And everything is correct. And look at the last thing.
Oh.
That's
What
why.
does it say for the last thing?
Next year's games are Sinnoh remakes with Let's Go Catch.
Okay, but we know that's not
Oh
happening.
no! There's no way they could do that. No, I don't think so.
They could,
I don't-
dude.
They actually, yeah, they could do that. Wait. I'm
could.
gonna just go. Listen, dude. Listen. Okay, listen.
Can I say why I think so first? Because you're gonna go. You're
Bro,
gonna go
I'm
on
gonna
for
go.
15 minutes.
Can I just point one thing out before you start?
All right,
Like, just
sure,
one
sure.
thing. Okay,
All right,
I'm gonna
go
go
ahead.
ape shit. That's all I want to say. I'm gonna go ape shit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Start.
Wait, I have a question real quick. Wait, can I ask a
Yeah.
question real quick? Like, okay. So does that mean like Let's Go Sinnoh or like the Sword and Shield Sinnoh but with Let's Go Catch It?
I think Let's Go Sinnoh. What I believe is because we're like the DLC is for hardcore. Like, I'm not gonna like. I'm just gonna go ahead and
I
say
still
it.
feel like a new game won't come out this year though.
I
I
Let's
really
Go
do.
is more for the normies. That what I believe.
I just
that
feel
they
like-
just pick up the game and play.
Because the
And-
second DLC for Sword and Shield comes out in the fall. That's exactly when they would release a new Pokemon game if that was going to come out this year. So that's why I feel like they wouldn't happen. Because like the promotion
But
for
wait a
those
minute.
two.
Wait. Remember, I didn't even realize I'm a retard. I didn't fucking read that. I'm an actual idiot.
What?
What? I didn't realize this was posted in 2019.
Yeah, dude.
That's the point, bro.
Holy
but
shit!
still,
I just thought this was posted like earlier this year.
I have sent
no, he
this to
posted
you
it a
before,
month
dude.
before the
But
game
bro,
came
I
out.
didn't read the date.
I have sent this to you before, dude.
Yeah.
What?
But
Are you
like,
sure this is correct though? Are you sure it's correct though? Because like we did have a lot of info in October as well. Are you sure it's correct?
No, this was no
this was
leaks,
definitely
no
this
leaks.
was definitely before all the leaks
Before
happened.
everything, dude.
But
This
I
was
still
before the drought
like
when
yes, he
everyone
got
was
two
crying,
things
dude.
correct. He got two things correct. But I just can't think that Sinnoh remakes would happen this year with Let's Go Catch.
Oh fuck.
But they don't follow any patterns anymore,
Yeah,
dude.
I
They-
mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I will
That's true.
gladly take the L if it happens, but
Me
I
too.
just
I
don't
mean-
think so. Because like I said, the second DLC comes out in the fall, so if there was a new game coming out, the promotion would crisscross with each other. It wouldn't be the right decision, but
depends on.
you never know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Also,
anymore with them.
wait. There's another thing. I'm going to input something there. But actually, remember what were you saying again?
I'll put the picture on stream for you guys.
I don't remember,
so you
dude.
guys can see what we're talking
Oh
about.
shit! Because I don't know. You sent it over. Like Zach took over, and then I don't know, kind of lost itself.
Oh my god, guys. Everything.
If you remember it, just interrupt me if you remember, okay? But here's what I like noticed with this right now, dude. Like, it does feel like it's
Sorry.
kinda-
Sorry.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
This was when the drought happened, when everyone was crying, oh, we're getting nothing. When is the starter evolutions coming? Dude, everyone was crying, including me, guys, including me. And we were on a drought. We were like in the Sahara Desert.
Bro, everyone's in the Sahara Desert right now. Nintendo fans are in the desert.
Yeah,
Animal
it's so
Crossing
true
fans
right
are in the
now,
desert.
Exactly.
All right, but here's the post, you guys, on stream. You can see. So basically, if you look at the date for when this was posted, it was October 16th of 2019. So literally a month before the entire game came out. And the person said, Galarian Mr. Mime plus a new evolution for it. Fossil Pokemon are made from combinations of fossils you put together. Both of those turned out to be true. And then they followed up saying next year's games are Sinnoh remakes with Let's Go Catching. So, I mean, they got two things right, but I wouldn't think that would mean right away that the other stuff is happening.
like,
but it
how
is something to
lucky-
keep in the back of your head for sure.
Yeah, exactly. How lucky could you get, dude? How
Yeah.
lucky could you get?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I know like people were saying with the fossils for Sword and Shield, like apparently in the UK, the history with the fossils was a lot of the fossils were like random animal parts like put together, like from like
Oh,
the
really?
head. Yeah, like I was reading about it. There was a whole tweet about it. It's like the whole history. So he could have just like looked up history about fossils in the UK and just gotten lucky. Galarian Mr. Mime could have just been a lucky guess, you know. I don't know. But it is interesting nonetheless, you know. We'll see.
What on earth?
Yo, was I lagging?
Yeah, that was lagging.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I mean, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I heard you guys started lagging. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what was that? I don't know. But either way, what's up?
Continue. Sorry, it was Discord.
Yeah, you should be good now.
Yeah, okay. Can I speak or?
Yeah, you're good.
Can I speak?
I know. I just like everybody started lagging. I couldn't hear what the fuck anyone was saying.
Raise
So I was
your
lost.
hand when you want to talk, dude.
All right, sir. I want to talk. Okay, so here's what I was gonna say, right? Like here's the biggest thing, right? They're not following any sort of pattern anymore.
No,
okay?
hell
Like,
no, hell no.
This has no fucking like pattern whatsoever anymore, boys.
Hell
And also,
no.
here's the thing, right?
Preach.
We've been getting so much news right now. Like we've been getting shit like, you know, we just had a Pokemon Direct in January. We just had
Amen.
Pokemon Day, right? And I think that
Amen.
gives people the feeling that just because like they announced the DLC, because they're doing these things, right? That there's no chance whatsoever that we're gonna get a, you know, Diamond and Pearl remix this year, right? Like
And then in like
you know,
the midst of May, boom.
exactly.
Like, why
Because
wouldn't it?
that's-
Because it doesn't take much work to do a Let's Go game, dude. And they sell like butter, dude.
Yeah, but
Everyone
here's
is
the
gonna
thing,
buy
though.
them, dude.
Here's the thing, though, Memo. Also, you
I
gotta
would
remember,
buy it.
right? But here's the thing. Listen. When he wrote that leak, right? When that guy wrote that leak, here's the thing. He could have been 100% right, okay? He could have been 100% correct. But here's the thing, bro. There may have been a change in the studio itself, right? There may have been a change before, like, they released Sword and Shield or after they released Sword and Shield, where they decided, hey, we have a bunch of this extra content. Let's do a DLC this year and spend more time making next year, like a remake for next year, or, you know, just so we can, like, you know, just so we can get something out this year and then we can push the other ones next year, right? There's a possibility that what ended up happening was that there was gonna be Diamond and Pearl, like Let's Go Diamond and Pearl this year, but they decided to be like, let's just like leave that for now and like just focus on like whatever, like let's focus on the fucking like next, you know, like DLC instead, and then we'll put this out next year instead in 2021. I think there's a chance they could have been doing that.
Yep, but we don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, I think honestly, bro, like reading this, it kind of gets me a little bit freaked out because, like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to.
echoing right now. Who's
I think it's
Zach, he's
Oh,
probably looking at Animal Crossing trailers or something.
What?
Like-
Sorry, I'm editing.
Oh, okay.
like I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Like I don't know if they why did you post a sad like Peppo?
Happy,
I just-
the worst reply.
Happy like a happy sad Peppo. I don't know, bro.
It's cute, dude. It's cute.
It's so adorable though. But
exactly.
dude, but here's the thing though. I kind of don't know if I want to see a Let's Go Sinnoh game. I would want to be a Let's Go Johto game, honestly. That's what I would prefer. Because I don't know, I don't want to see Sinnoh remakes that's a Let's Go game.
Yeah,
But
I think
honestly,
a lot
though-
of people would be upset, like, after
Also,
hyping
they
up Sinnoh for so
definitely
long.
are doing
and
it, bro. They're definitely doing it though, because you know why? They said like I don't trust Game Freak anymore, bro. Because like Masuda said, oh, you know, we're never gonna do DLC because we don't like to do that.
Oh yeah, never take what they
DLC,
say for word.
you know?
Never. They
You know,
literally
said
said they literally
do
said it was
this-
impossible to add back Pokemon, and that's what they're doing. So
Yeah,
don't
that as
take
well.
what they say.
They
Yeah.
also said they were never going to remove Pokemon from Pokemon game. They literally did it.
Yeah,
like
never
I
take
just
what
don't
they
trust
say.
anything they said. Like just anything they say, don't trust it anymore, right? Like never trust it anymore. Don't take anything they say like for granted because it's just like no, rather take it for granted because it's
Look at
bullshit.
this photo as well. Look at this photo as well.
And number 2, the potential.
Zach, you're fucking editing,
The
bro.
Pokemon,
Oh my God, I'm
Let's
so
go
sorry.
Gen 4 will be announced on Pokemon Day. Right.
But like it wasn't. It didn't happen on Pokemon Day at least.
No, because it wouldn't have happened anyways on that day. Okay, we shouldn't even be expecting it. Even if remakes are never announced in the start of the year. Never.
Oh, that's true.
They've
Yeah, it's always
never
around.
announced
It's
them.
always April or May, somewhere around there.
Yep, always later in the year. Why? Because they require less promotion, right? And also, oh, this is perfect. This is literally fucking perfect. Listen, so June, right? In June or July, is it June or July they're releasing the first DLC?
Probably June. Probably June.
June. Okay, so listen, June they're releasing their first DLC. Here's what they do. They do an announcement in May, right? Late May. They do an announcement. Here's a Pokemon Direct. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a Pokemon Direct. Hello, I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Today we would like to introduce to you, but you know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Like it's always the same shit. Like, hello, I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Today I would like to introduce to you guys a brand new project we're working on here at Pokemon. Right, and then it's like Game Freak, we're working hard on the next iteration of the Pokemon franchise. Pokemon, let's go Sinnoh,
Oh my
right?
God.
And like, bro, I'm telling you right now.
You
Listen,
need a break, dude.
listen, bro. Listen. They announced that shit, bro. Right? They announced that shit, and they do some sort of like mixing with that. Like they say, like, oh, and if you buy this today, you get some extra Pokemon and Sword and Shield.
Nah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Mar-
You know what I
marketing
mean?
101. Marketing
Bro,
101.
it's dude, it's the plays, my dude. It's the plays, bro.
It's the plays, dude.
You know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about. You know they will do that shit.
I do believe it will come out. I do believe it will come out.
I still don't think it will, but we'll see.
I hope you're right, dude.
Yeah, I really want them to take a break this year. Just focus on the DLC, if anything, and make next year's game better. Hopefully.
Like, imagine how much money they will lose just because
Yeah,
of
they're
that.
like, listen. People
They
think
will
that
lose so much
DLC
money.
is like gonna make them more money. People are kind of dumb. I'm gonna be honest and say,
Wow,
because
did
no,
you just say that? Wow,
Yeah, I did say
you
that.
just call
Yeah, I did.
people
I
on
did,
internet. Did you
bro.
call people on internet
Yeah,
dumb?
there's gonna be
Wow,
an
dude.
article tomorrow. PokeTuber now like calls out all YouTubers and other like
not
consumers.
YouTubers, just people, bro. People be stupid, yo. Listen, dude, people are kind of stupid because they assume that just because like the DLC is happening, that now they're gonna make somehow more money. No, if anything, they're gonna make less money, right? Because like
If
I
they
think
just
even,
had the DLCs.
even they know, right? I think they know, like Game Freak, Pokemon Company, Nintendo, because they have already numbers from the DLC money they made from other games, right? They just need to look at what they made from Xenoverse, or Xenoblade, what they made from Splatoon, what they made from Zelda, what they made from Mario, right? Oh, actually, I don't think Mario has DLC, but like what they made from like,
Smash.
Breath of the Wild, Smash, right?
Smash,
Yeah, they just need to look at that. But Smash is different though because they sell like the packs, right? Which are kind of, they're
Well,
a
they have a
little bit
whole
different,
pass.
right?
They have a whole pass like they do for Pokemon.
Yeah. But like, it's slightly different though, and also, I'm pretty sure it doesn't make close to the amount of money that they would make if they release a new game, right? Let's be honest. And that's the thing here as well, right? If they had released like a third version this year, right? Like let's do some hypothetical mathematics here, okay? So let's do like bring up calculator real quick. So how many copies did they sell of Sword and Shield? Right,
No,
like
it's
20
just-
million.
It's just a fucking
Right?
math stream now.
I can check it up right now.
It's just a freaking math stream now.
Yeah, like but listen though, like
Animal
20 million,
Crossing
right?
coming to outsell it.
Like 20 million copies, right? 20 million copies is what they sold,
Oh.
right?
Right now it says 16, but I don't think that's updated.
I think it was up at 20 at this point.
Yeah,
but let's just
exactly.
say,
That's what I think.
let's just round it up to 20 million for now, right? Times $60, that's $1.2 billion just from like that one game, right? But then of course you got to
Nice.
remove for like taxes and et cetera, right?
Aw.
Some money's lost, but over $1 billion dollars was made from this, okay? So
Yeah.
let's do a little bit of skedaddling real quick, because they probably made more profit from this than any of their other games, because they had that $15 extra price tag on it. On top of that, also, they sell it through the eShop, which means the VAT is included on your purchase and not on them, right? So you pay for the VAT and the tax, then they don't do it, right? So like they literally make a ton of money just more from that than selling it in a store, okay? So let's do some quick maths here, right? Every time usually they've made a third version, it sells about average 8 million copies, okay? I think that's the average I'll put it on, because I think the lowest one is like Emerald, I think Emerald's the lowest selling one. I can't remember that.
Let me check.
Check, because I think Emerald's the lowest.
7 million on Emerald.
Crystal.
6.4 million.
Okay, Crystal was the lowest one then, right?
Yeah, it seems so.
Okay,
it was.
But how many did Emerald sell?
Was it? It was one of the best though. Crazy. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Okay, but so let's put it at 7 million, okay, for like the third versions, okay. So 7 million copies, times $60, right? Like that's what they would be selling them the price at these, of course, as well. So they would have made $420 million, right? Almost, if it sells a little bit more than that, about $500,000 or $500 million, right? That's what they would have made. Okay. Now let's do some math for how many people would actually buy DLC. So to do a little bit of a comparison, do we have any numbers? Can you guys check out the numbers of how many people bought the season pass?
People in Japan, they actually said, I think 18 out of 20 are gonna buy the DLC.
Assume 3/4, like 75%.
Exactly.
But then again, listen, you're talking about Japan. We're not talking about, and like also that's them doing just a subsection.
Yeah, I know.
Of like the active community. I wouldn't. Let's not go with. Let's go 50%. Okay, let's go 50%.
Okay, let's be safe.
All right,
let's be 50%. So let's do that math real quick. Okay, times $30, right? Because they're $30 pricing. So guess what they would have made from this if they sell 10. Listen, now we're implying that they would sell 10 million DLC. Okay, 10 million. Which, let me be honest to you right now, that's not likely to happen. Like 10 million is asking a lot. Okay, like that is for a DLC. That's asking a lot of for a lot of sales. I think it's gonna sell half of that, like 5 million or something.
I would
maybe
say 6 to 7 million. That's like my
like 6 to 7. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna tell. I don't think it's gonna tell Nintendo, because here's the thing, right? A lot of people who buy Pokemon are just casual people who don't even know there's a DLC coming out. You know what I mean?
True,
we know about it because we're actively, keeping tracks on it. But like these people, majority of people who bought the game are like Twitch streamers and stuff, also, and like people that watch those people, right? There's the casual audience, right? Who just buy the game and then just play it one time and leave it, right? So I'm gonna tell you a quick, let's just do the math real quick here. So if they sold 10 million...
Ultra in the chat, he said, "Sorry, I can't make it today, y'all. I got the flu. I can't speak." Oh, that sucks, bro. I hope you feel better.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But we said so 10 million copies. If they said 10 million copies of the DLC, right, for $30, they've only made $300 million, which sounds like a lot. But remember, if they had sold just 8 million copies, or what was it again, like 7 million, I think we put it at. If they'd sold 7 million copies of the third version, they would have made $200 million more in profit, right? In money made. That's way more money, and that's like way more money they could have made from that. Like that's way better. But if we were to do like the actual calculation, which is our prediction, like let's say they sell the same amount of DLC that they would have sold like the games, right? Like if they were made a third version, right? If they sell 7 million copies for $30, they made $200 million. That's it. That's really not crazy or good for them. Like that's that they haven't gained a lot from that, right?
I don't think they're honest.
And let's be honest, right? Like, here's a little quick story, right? So recently, I've been working on other content on my different channel, and so because of that, I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege and stuff, and I've been in Discords there, right? And this one guy who's I've been playing with, he basically been asking me hey man, I kind of like Pokemon, but I haven't played it in ages, right? So I'm thinking about buying one of the 3DS games and stuff like that, right? I'm like, I mean, hey, sure, you can go and do that. And he's like, oh, what about Sword and Shield? Like, I don't know much about it. Is it worth buying? I'm like, I mean, sure, if you want to. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it personally, but if you want to get it, you can get it, right? And that sort of stuff. And then I talked to another guy who the same thing. He likes Pokemon. He bought Sword and Shield, right? And then I was telling him oh yeah, what do you think about DLC? He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, they're doing DLC for Sword and Shield. He's like, they're doing DLC? Really? I'm like, yeah, they're doing DLC. He's like, I wasn't aware of that, right? Like there's people who buy these games, right? Who make up that 20 million number, right? There's people who buy it, but don't have a fucking clue what's going on beyond that. You know what I mean? They just don't know, and they just don't care because they buy it to play it, and then they're done with it. You know what I mean? Again, it's easy for us to assume that a lot of people might buy it, but we need to realize that we're actively, looking for this and knowing about this, whereas these people, they just don't know about it or care about it. You know what I mean? They buy it, they play it, they finish it, they move on, right? So assuming that they're going to sell half the numbers of the actual game copies, highly unlikely. I mean, I think the difference with Smash, for example, and Smash like the Smash like season pass sales or fighter pass is slightly different because it's such a like the people who buy it, you know what I mean? Like they usually want to get as many like it's more about the characters, right? Because you're buying the characters rather than buying this kind of expansion of like new stories and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like if you want to play the game and you want to have every single character, you got to buy that pass, right? Um, and of course, it's more of a party game. So you're always gonna go back to Smash to play with friends and stuff, right? If you go back to play it, you might be like, "Oh shit, I don't have this character. Well, let me buy the fighter pass real quick, right?" Or, "Oh man, like your friend tells you, like, oh man, you don't have like I don't know who else, like who's like, oh, you don't have Joker, dude. Oh man, I really want to play Joker. Oh, don't worry, we'll buy the fighter pass real quick. Like it's a little bit different. Whereas with Pokemon, it's a solo game, right? It's up to you. Like, if you already finished it and you're a casual fan and you moved on to the next thing, you're not going to go back to check it out or care about it. You're done with that. You're moving on to the next thing,
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think that's just, I mean, I just want to know, like, Fighter Pass sales, Smash sales. I just want to know how much they've sold of it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think they've given numbers yet, but I think there's a like investors meeting coming up. They'll probably give numbers then because they announced the second pass, so it makes sense.
There was apparently a post like a while back saying that Nintendo says digital sales keep increasing. Fighters Pass from Smash Bros. Ultimate had a huge contribution, which it definitely did, of course. Like that makes sense.
That's why they're doing a whole second season of it. But
yeah. And I think we got a similar thing going on with Pokemon. I guess they're gonna try to see how it goes. So they could mean that we won't see that Diamond and Pearl stuff this year. They might just postpone that or push it back. Like it's probably already done. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think that game is already done. It's already finished. It just needs to be pushed out, right, and just published and just promoted and shit. But I think the actual game is pretty much finished. But I think they might delay that just to see if they sell enough of like the DLC. If it does really well, they're probably gonna like push that game back again, just so they can get more DLC out next year to make more money from that because it's much easier than doing a full game, But in terms of money, it is less for them to make. I'm gonna be honest. Like it really is way less money. Like. Just genuinely, like, it is nowhere close to what they're making, like, from actual game sales, Mm-hmm. And also, like, another thing is, as well, is, like a child won't be able to tell their parents on, like, Christmas or whatever to, like, oh, I want the DLC in this game, right? They won't be able to simply just do that, like, just like, oh, grandma, buy me this thing. She can't go to the store and be like, oh, I want to buy the DLC for this game or whatever. Because, like, most of it is just on the eShop now, right? Yeah. Like, that's where the majority of it is now. They're probably going to have some sort of cards and shit for it in stores, like most likely. But like,
it would probably be packaging for like $90 or something like that.
If they fucking do that would be just. I mean, that's a different thing though. But like,
they will do that
crazy. But like, let me be honest. There's no way in hell that it's going to sell anywhere close to like an actual full-on game, release. Like it just won't. Like as much as like people want to assume it's going to happen, I have no way of seeing it happen.
Let's Go. That is why they're making a Let's Go.
I do hope kind of though, because I want a new game this year, bro. Like I don't give a shit at saying that. I want a new game, bro. I know we just had Sword and Shield, but I want a new game, yo.
All right, well that's gonna do it for Professor Ruffled's lecture. If you guys ever want to ace your tests in algebra, just go and give him some money on his Patreon, and I'll help you learn everything you need to know.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, but yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything in terms of Pokemon, right? Just about the mainly about the mythical. We already talked about that, so I guess now we can finally move on to the big event that happened this month. The big thing, of course, Zach's topic, Animal Crossing. We had a whole Animal Crossing Direct full of a lot of stuff. So I guess Zach, what are your overall thoughts? You can start us off.
Well, I like how they gave us like what we needed to know before launch, and they didn't without spoiling everything, which I really appreciate. Because I wanted more info, but I didn't want them to spoil the whole game. I just wanted to know like the gist of like what we were getting, because I knew there were other features that we didn't know about. And so like then they confirmed like you can customize the rivers and you can customize the hills, and like you can literally mold like shape the whole town to look like what you want it to, which is insane. And they just showed, what the shops would look like. The museum was literally like stunning. Like that actually shocked me. That's so. Like, did you feel the same way when you saw the museum?
I mean, it's definitely a really, really good location. Like, I really like the interior of it. It's like really well designed.
Yeah, I was caught off guard. But
like overall, like for the Direct, I would say it was exactly what I expected. Really, nothing like really like blew my mind from it. But overall, it was everything that they showed was like really good stuff. So
Exactly. Yeah, like that's kind of we just needed to know like the gist of what we were getting with
yeah,
this
they,
game
they
because we
gave you
didn't
all the
know.
stuff you need to know without like still spoiling everything. There's still lots of characters whose like what they're gonna do. We have no idea like exactly.
Yeah,
Like
like we
some
don't know what the
characters,
roost like where that is, which is crazy. So I'm
yeah.
really
And
excited.
did they even show KK Slider? I don't think they
They
did, right?
did, but it was an Easter egg in the direct. Like if you go back, you can see literally like a little like line. Like you can tell it's him, but like it's literally like a little line of him like in the very left corner of like when they were talking about Amiibo. Like
Oh,
in
okay.
the upper left corner, he was like standing in front of like the town hall or something.
Yeah, so
So
we don't know,
he'll
like, we
so
don't
he'll
even
be
know if
back.
his purpose is still the same as like the previous games, right? Or if he's got a new job, maybe.
Yeah, like he might, because like before he was performing at Club LOL, and then before he was performing at the Roost. So now he's performing in front of Town Hall. It looks like, but I bet that will change. Like maybe once you unlock the Roost, then he'll perform there or something. I don't know, or maybe there'll be a new club kind of place for it. But
Yeah, so there's still
it'll be
stuff that we
interesting.
don't know about, which is good. Like they didn't spoil
Crazy, yeah,
everything. And
yeah. And I like that they. Oh,
no, no,
word.
no, I was just saying. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, also, I'm really glad that with the holidays, they're locking them behind updates because,
Oh, that yeah,
like,
that's so good. No
yeah,
more time traveling to like Christmas ahead of time and all that.
yes,
Yeah.
because like someone's gonna like if they had kept it unlocked, someone would go on launch day, fast forward to like December 24th, like
Well,
record the whole thing and then
I hope
upload
that
it.
even though that they're locked behind updates, I hope that they're still not left in the code of the game. Because
I know, right? I
if
know.
that happens still on launch day, somebody's gonna data mine it and like put it online. So I hope like
Yeah,
it's an actual update that like adds the stuff into your game like when you actually update it. Because
I
that would
completely
suck if
agree.
like you couldn't actually just do it playing normally, but it was still in the game. So like if you really wanted to, you could hack it in.
Yeah, that
So
would suck for sure. Hopefully they're not doing that. It'll be fun to unlock like Easter. That's the first event that we'll get.
yeah, that's like a week
But this
after the game
game,
comes out too. I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, I'm really glad. This game is definitely like living up to all the hype and everything.
yeah,
That like,
honestly, I will just say like if you played Animal Crossing New Leaf and you liked it a lot, this is basically just that but way better and like just better quality of life changes and a bigger improvement. Really,
yes, I love it.
it's not like I wouldn't say it's like a mind blowing like change, but it's Animal Crossing
Yeah,
doesn't really need that. You know, it's all good with what it already is. So it's just better
yeah,
stuff now. You
like
just got more features and it's just overall improved. So.
yeah, like every little thing was improved. Like everything you could think of. Like I remember, like I saw a picture. It's like during the winter now. If you look at out your window, you'll see snow on it and stuff. Or like when you, or like in the Able sisters when they're like Mabel, I think, is like like sewing the clothes. The cloth actually like falls down. It's like all these little changes that are just so
Yeah,
cool.
and that's just because they can do that now because the Switch is more powerful. They're capable of doing that type of detailed stuff,
Yeah,
which
Game Freak could never.
uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, overall, so I mean, Animal Crossing fans, basically, you guys are set. You guys got everything you need now. I don't want to hear a peep out of Animal Crossing fans
We
until
got our
March
food.
20th because you guys got your footage, you got your direct, you got everything. So you're set
Yeah, we
now.
got our food.
Yeah, you guys are basically done.
Now we're passing the baton to like the Metroid fans and like those people and the other people that are
Honestly,
suffering.
it's so crazy how Nintendo is so banking on just Animal Crossing at the moment right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's actually ridiculous. Like all over their Twitter and everything is just Animal Crossing
final. I
promotion.
know finally.
But that's just all it is. Like they're not talking about a
Yeah.
single other thing. Like that's all they. I mean,
I mean, I'm just glad that they're acknowledging it. They literally for like it was
yeah,
weird. They
yeah.
pretended like it didn't exist before. And now like they're spamming
I
it,
mean,
which
it
is
seems like they
good.
like to do that though with Animal Crossing because I know I was looking at a tweet where somebody said like even for New Leaf they didn't talk about anything until like a month before where they had a New Leaf direct.
Oh yeah,
And they
yeah,
gave
I
a whole
remember
bunch of info.
that.
So it seems like that's what they just like to do with Animal Crossing, where they don't
It
talk about
is,
everything
yeah.
like throughout a period, but like when we get like a month away, that's when they just dump everything. So
Yeah, yeah. New Leaf had the worst news drafts ever as well. Like I remember, like we got it revealed at E3 2010, and then they refused to talk about it for like 2 years. It was like weird. So
mhm.
yeah, and same thing happened with Animal Crossing on Switch, but now it's coming out, and I'm really glad that like this is the game that we get during like a really off year for Nintendo because so far it seems like they're just gonna give us a horrible drought.
Yeah,
So I'm glad that
the
we
thing
get something
with
that's like
Animal
infinite.
Crossing is I don't know if I'll be able to get it on launch day because there's still
Yeah.
other games coming out in March. But I am interested in Animal Crossing, so I'll see if I can get it. But the
Yeah.
one game I know for a fact I am getting when it comes out in March is Persona 5 Royal, because I have
Oh
not
yeah,
played.
you're
Yeah,
finally
because
getting it. I love it.
I haven't played Persona 5. I have not played any Persona game ever, and I always see
Uh-huh.
everybody talking about it on Twitter. Everyone's like, "Persona is so good, man! It's like one of the best games. Like it should have won Game of the Year. All this stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, let's see if it's actually worth the hype." And I'm like, "All right, I'll actually get it." And now that this is
Awesome.
basically like the definitive version anyway, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll just like look forward to that. So that comes out literally the last day of March. So
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
funny.
it's like it's on the 31st. I
That'll
think it's
be
like a
awesome.
random Tuesday. So I'm getting that game for sure, but I don't know if I'll have enough money to be able to get Animal Crossing 2, which is the thing.
Oh man. Uh,
But
well, I hope you can get both. The nice thing
yeah,
with Animal Crossing is that you don't have to worry about like not focusing on. Like you can play Persona for like the whole day and then play Animal Crossing for 10 minutes and like you'll be set because
yeah, because Animal Crossing is just like one of those games like you just like you start it up, you just collect your stuff, you do what you need to, and then you kind of turn it off. You don't have to really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
I don't know,
but
but-
yeah, that's great that you're gonna play Persona because that's like one of my favorite, like probably second favorite RPG series behind Pokemon. But
and you
Pokemon, if we
played
get
Persona
another bad
5,
game,
right? And you
then-
played Persona 5 already, right?
yeah, 100%. Like beat the whole thing, got the perfect ending and everything.
Oh, damn,
That and
okay.
Persona 4, I played. Persona 4 Golden, I also played, got the perfect ending, like everything.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
I
I'm
really love the
I'm gonna be
series.
playing that. I still remain spoiler free, so it's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
looking
I
forward
can't wait
that.
to see like Persona 5 gameplay on your channel too.
Yeah, I'll be trying to
That'd
put
be
that
fun.
in like maybe the videos or something, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing with
That'll be
that's also
cool.
a thing is that Persona is at least like a streamy game. Like Persona, I can stream definitely just playing through that. Whereas
Oh, yeah.
Animal Crossing really isn't like a game you can stream. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's more of just like you're like just organizing stuff, you're collecting stuff, and I don't know if like it's
Yeah.
not really like crazily entertaining. If you kind of
Yeah.
understand what
Well,
I mean, so
Yeah,
You
I
can
can
talk
see
to the
that.
chat a lot with that game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
that's-
it's like
that's
for
true.
a vibe stream. If you're doing a vibey stream where you're like it's relaxing and you're just like or like ASMR or something
No,
like
no,
that.
don't go
Yeah. It's like perfect, I think, and you can talk to the chat and just like do stuff and yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, anything else to add about Animal Crossing, or do we basically?
Dude, Zach,
I'm
even
just-
you made me want to play buy the game, dude.
Dude, yeah, Zach's Twitter has just been all Animal Crossing hype for like the past like week now. Like there has not been a single tweet about anything else. It's just been all Animal Crossing.
Like I know it's like the coronavirus spreading. Oh my god, I hope this doesn't delay Animal Crossing. Yeah, dude, I'm just like really excited for this game. It's gonna be so good. Like it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah,
It's like
and
no
you
flaws.
got less than 20 days to go for that now, which is crazy.
I'm dying for it. I need it.
Yeah.
Dude, like, cause the thing is with us Nintendo fans, man, we're just all like, we have nothing right now.
Mhm.
We're like dying, waiting. So,
Yeah. And
yeah.
well, since we mentioned Persona, I guess that's a good segue into this little topic. Is if you guys saw Atlas, I'm pretty sure was having like an interview where somebody asked if they wanted to have Persona games on the Switch or other systems, and they replied by saying like, if you would like to have Persona games on the Switch or just like other systems, you need to have your voice be heard, like show your support, which was so stupid because like it's not like everybody's been asking for that for like the past year now, but. So it was pretty funny, but did you guys see that
Yeah.
day that like Break Free Persona was trending all day on Twitter? That one day.
oh yeah, I even tweeted about it.
Yeah, I tweeted about it too. It was, what's funny is
Yeah.
my dude Fidel's the one who started that hashtag. He was supposed to join us today. I don't think he's available. I don't know if he
Oh.
joined, but he's the one who started it basically, that whole hashtag, and everybody was tweeting about like their support for Atlas and trying to get other Persona
Yeah.
games. But like that would be crazy if Persona games did appear on like other systems. But
Mhm.
the thing is, I'm pretty sure now, like, it's not even Atlas who's, like, really behind all that. It's Sony and, like, PlayStation who's holding them back. Because if you guys
Yeah.
saw, did you see that one quote where it was, like, I think, like, someone from Sony basically just admitted saying, like, Persona exclusivity is really important for PlayStation and Sony. So, like, they're basically just
Yeah.
saying they want to have it only be on like, PlayStation. But it would
Yeah.
be cool if one day,
I mean-
we could get it, you know?
I can respect that, but at the same time, it's like, I want to be able to play it all on like with the handheld mode on Switch.
Exactly, that would be so good. Like
Uh,
that's like one of the things that I'm like low key bummed about when I'm gonna get Persona 5 Royal is like when I had like a big JRPG like Xenoblade 2, I could take that shit anywhere with me and I could play that.
yeah.
Like I would bring that to college, and whenever I had like an hour to kill, I would just be able to play that on my Switch and kill like an hour and still be able to get progress in it. I can't take my whole PS4 with me, you know.
I have
That's
a
Yeah,
solution
and
for
that's
you.
like, and the problem. What?
That's why I
I'm a
love the
solution.
Switch, dude.
Bro,
I love the
Yeah.
Switch because of that.
I have a solution.
Yeah, and like,
Slightly illegal though.
oh boy.
No.
Simply
sorry.
do what the Nintendo doesn't want you to do, which is get an emulator on your Switch when it's hacked, and there you go. Fuck you, Nintendo.
Wow.
Yeah, I
No
actually
Nintendo ninjas, we would
I'm
never.
like,
see this is why they copy strike your channel, Ruffle.
Fuck them, dude.
yo, Aero though, like, I feel so bad for you because like, you're gonna get like so addicted to this game, and you're gonna be like tied to your room, and you're like gonna feel horrible from never leaving it.
What, Persona? Really? It's gonna do that to
Yeah.
me? Oh no.
Yeah, it's the most. It's probably in like top 5 most addictive games I've ever played.
Really?
Like I literally played it like I think because I remember it was like during the summer when I had like it was during a stretch of days that I had like nothing to do, and I played it like 15 hours straight every day for like a week.
Oh god. That's like literally what Xenoblade 2 did to me. If I have to go through
Yeah.
that shit again, oh no, it's a wrap.
It's more. Yeah, it's like I would argue that it's more addictive than Xenoblade. I don't know. You can
I mean
ask
that
the people
depends
that
on
play
like your
both, but
your play style and everything. If it's like
Yeah.
if it fits my type of game, then it's over. But you know.
it's just because like the story, you just want to keep going and progressing, and like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm hyped for that a lot. Like that's like not gonna lie, just because I love RPGs so much, that's probably my most hyped game. Even like apart from Animal Crossing, probably too. This month.
That's great.
But Animal
That's
Crossing,
great.
still looking forward to that. Hopefully, I can get it. If not on launch day, maybe if it goes on sale at some point or something, I'll still
same,
get it.
Same. I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if anything, I mean, maybe are you gonna try to stream it or like talk about it in videos or something? Because if that's the case, then I might just watch some of your gameplay.
24
Oh, me?
hour stream, please.
Yeah,
24
or-
hour
You
stream.
Yeah,
thinking
dude.
about,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
streaming?
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
If you
heck
stream
yeah.
if you stream Animal Crossing, I'll definitely like come through on your stream and just watch that because it'll give me an
Awesome,
idea of
bro.
how good the
Heck yeah.
game is
Yeah.
and everything.
Please notice me when I
Yes.
come in. Thank you. Thank you.
Well. Yeah. I'm gonna start out with just some gameplay on my channel when I make regular videos, and then I'm gonna do streams. Cause like the first couple of days, my town it's gonna be like nappy. It's gonna be hideous. So I need to like, I don't know. I might do it though, cause everyone's gonna be like doing it, you know, and like maybe I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
first
I'll
day is
think about
definitely the day you gotta hop on that. Everyone's gonna be.
Yeah, I guess I will do. Yeah, I'll have to do that then. Yeah, yeah, I'll be streaming for sure. I'm actually like I've been planning like trying to like set things up like with like a green screen and like camera and everything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, because you did the whole face
Yeah.
reveal too. I saw it. You know.
yeah,
So you can get the whole overlay and everything going now. So.
yeah, it'll be really fun. So
Yep.
I'm excited. Yeah.
All right. Well, we covered. All right. So we covered Break Free Persona. We covered Animal Crossing. Let me check what else we have on here. What else did I put in the notes here? I guess really I was gonna talk about this other stuff, but I guess we don't really need to. I guess the one thing is just this freaking drought that we're in terms of Nintendo news, right? Is
Oh yes.
literally
Bro,
the last
it's depressing.
podcast. Literally the last podcast.
Can we-
Every single person said, "Okay, guys, when we come back next month in February, everyone's gonna be hyped. There's gonna be a direct. We're gonna have so much news." Here we are, literally nothing. It's actually
It is
actually
so
crazy.
effing weird. It's so weird. This is the weirdest year ever, dude. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's like, because here's the thing is like when people say like the biggest drought that we had was like that direct in September of 2017 to like that March one that showed Smash and everything. The thing is in the
Yeah.
middle of that, we had a direct mini that still had some stuff. Like it talked
Yeah.
about that direct mini gave us that direct mini talked about Dark Souls, it talked about Pokken DLC, it talked about The World Ends With You final remix. So it was not like a ton of crazy stuff, but it still had some news. Whereas this time since September 4th there hasn't been any mainline direct, like not even a mini, not anything. We had a Pokemon
Yeah.
direct, sure. We had Animal Crossing, yes, but those are two game specific things. Like even a direct mini doesn't cover just two games, you know, they cover at least a couple things. So it's just
and
weird.
dude, like, and not only that, but like we factor in. I don't know. I feel like there's two other things to factor in as well. Like, number one,
Oh,
the
my bad.
September direct had like nothing new in it other than Xenoblade at the very end.
Yeah, and that
remake.
was still a remake too. Like it's just
Yeah.
like there hasn't
So we
been
got a
any
filler direct.
crazy reveals.
And then the Game Awards had nothing too.
Literally
and
nothing.
and we got that crazy hype of the Game Awards back in 2018 at least,
Oh,
right?
man.
And then leading
Yeah.
into 2019, we had that mini direct. So it wasn't.
I still
it's
blame Ruffle
weird.
for that. It's because Ruffle didn't show up on her stream. That's why we didn't get anything at the Game Awards. Last time when he showed up, we got Joker, man. Last time he showed up, we had Joker.
Yeah,
But
this drought is so weird. With that.
Yeah. It's just because like Nintendo hasn't been really talking about anything besides Animal Crossing, and just the thing is the amount of uncertainty that we have as for what Nintendo's 2020 is like after Animal Crossing is freaking scary because you don't know.
It is.
You have no
I
idea.
know because you know Nintendo. They can just go a whole year without releasing games. They don't care. Like, they'll do that.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. Like, do you think at least this month will be the one where we get the direct? Like, because there's no way.
At this point, it could be any month. Like,
I mean,
we just
here's
have
the
to
thing.
wait.
Like, I could still see it. Like, believe it or not, I could still see it going until like April or even May, maybe, and no direct.
Oh yeah, because they have a good excuse. They'll be like, "Well, we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, we have Animal Crossing, we got focused on those games this month. Let's wait till April."
Exactly, but
Yeah.
like,
Oh my
that's what I'm saying.
gosh.
It's just like
It's-
we have nothing else. Like, no big major first party game to look forward to after Animal Crossing. That's just for this year. That's just the fact. There's literally nothing else.
It's
you got
weird,
what?
like,
Like
why?
you got Breath of the Wild 2, great, but that's not confirmed for this year. You got Bayonetta 3, sure, but we don't know if that's coming this year. You got Metroid Prime 4, which probably won't come for the next 3 years. But like,
Oh, we
there's-
ain't never seen that game.
yeah, but like other stuff, like you don't know. Like after Animal Crossing, what else can you say as a Nintendo fan? I'm excited for this to come out this year. Like, you don't have
It
anything.
makes no sense. And like you see, the thing is too, it's worrisome because when you look at the way Nintendo's like tweeting and everything, right? Like in their promotional materials, you can tell they're using all their promotional materials on old games. Like, do you see them talking about? Oh, I don't know about you, but I've been lurking their Twitter, right? And like, yeah, there's been Animal Crossing, but like they've been like promoting like, oh, here's Pokemon Let's Go, here's an ad for Pokemon Let's Go, here's an ad for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, here's an ad for
Yeah,
Super Smash
I know.
Brothers.
I've been noticing that they've been talking a lot about their older games.
Yeah, and not just old games, like old games. Like it would be one thing if it was like Sword and Shield and Luigi's Mansion, the games that came out last
Yeah,
holiday.
last year. No,
But
I
they're
saw
going
them. I saw
back.
them tweet about like Xenoblade 2 and stuff too, like Breath of the Wild and all
Yeah.
that. I was like, damn, that's like 2 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago actually.
I know. I'm tired of seeing the same games over and over. Where's the new stuff? Like, where's the new? It's weird.
They're out of shit, bro. I think they're just out of stuff to put out. Honestly, I'm gonna be frank with you, dude.
Yeah,
I think
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
the big I think a lot of the bigger shit, like the next Mario game, the next like Breath of the Wild, right? Like
Mhm.
that shit, like is in the pipeline still. That shit's being worked on. But like
But
they've got
But what did they got for
nothing
this
else
year,
in their
bro?
hands.
What you think they got nothing this year? Because
Listen,
that's
bro,
terrible.
like they should have announced shit
They've
by
done that
now.
before,
Like
dude.
they need to like announce shit now if they want to. Like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Shit's been weak for a while now, dude.
Yeah, like they
Like
don't have
let's be
anything.
fair, dude.
Period.
Like shit's been
See, the
weak.
thing
Last
is,
year
people
was pretty
brush
weak
it
as
off
well.
because of the sales. People brush it off because of the sales, but things have been weak for a couple of years now.
Yeah. I mean, even 2018 was like. Well, what do we? 2018 only
fact.
had one big thing, like was like Smash. That's it.
Yeah,
right?
and Let's Go. Literally, yeah. I didn't get
Yeah,
any other
that's it.
games in 2018 besides
and like
Smash and Let's Go.
2019 was like
2019
Sword and
was
Shield.
decent.
Right.
2019 was decent. We had Sword and Shield, Luigi's Mansion. We had Link's
but
Awakening.
Like, honestly, though, like that Link's Awakening. Yeah, I forgot about that one. But like, let's be fair though, right? It's been kind of like, I mean, listen, comparing it back to 2017 though, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that year
that
was
was
killer.
Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2. You know what I
Mario
mean?
Kart. Yeah,
That's
Xenoblade,
Mario Kart.
yeah.
Like that's like
When
big.
was
shit.
Mario Party? Mario Party. Mario Party.
I
That was
think
2018.
that was
That was
2018.
2018.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
2018.
But that wasn't even that
But,
big
like-
of a game. A lot of
Yeah,
people,
it wasn't a big release either. It was pretty.
a lot of people
lackluster,
didn't
if
like
anything.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
what I mean is like we just haven't had a lot of like big shit. Like we don't like, for example, what do we know? What do we know for a fact, right? Besides Animal Crossing, right, and not counting DLC, what new games do we even know are coming this year for Switch? Like,
Literally
what do we
nothing.
actually
Literally
know?
nothing except for
Nothing.
Xenoblade,
Like people,
bro.
like I see sometimes people say this, and it's like, no, these people are trying to say that like the Travis whatever game and like Bravely Default are big games.
Okay, like
But
even
they're
if you
not,
count
though.
even if you count that, that's still
They're
not going to be
not.
enough to last them this whole year. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, I'm seeing some drones,
Like,
not all, but
like
like a lot of
as
like,
excited
drones,
as
like,
I
coming
am,
out.
as excited as I am for Xenoblade like Definitive Edition, like I am super hyped for that. I'll probably have the most hours in that game this whole year. But that's still a
It's a
remake at the end of the day.
remake.
Like I'll admit, like that's not
Yeah,
enough to like get enough hype to make them last this whole year. Like they need to have like
yeah,
actual new experiences, new games to play this year. You know what I mean? So.
yeah. Like, where is it? Where is it? Instead of what are y'all doing?
And I think that they do have a business investors meeting coming up. I don't know if it's at the end of this month or at the end of next month, but that's why I feel like if that meeting is coming up, they have to have a direct. There is no way that I'm willing to believe they're going to show up to that investors meeting and be like, "Yeah, we're banking on Animal Crossing and Sword and Shield DLC this whole year. We don't have anything else to show." Like there's got to be at least one big announcement before then, right? Like there's
And
no way.
seriously,
I would find it
dude,
very hard
it's
to believe they show up to their investors and have nothing else besides those. So
yeah. What is going on? It's so confusing.
yeah, it's just been a
Weird.
really really weird drought. Like I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe we'll
I
get
see some
like
people.
a direct. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking maybe it could happen before Animal Crossing releases because after Animal Crossing comes out, we literally have nothing else to look forward to. Like
I know.
so.
Dude, I mean, maybe, like, see, I see the worst case scenario is, like, okay, so here's what, like, the worst case scenario is where they, like, release Animal Crossing, right? And then in, like, late March or April, they tweet a release date for Xenoblade, and then they're good for the first 6 months. And they do
That
nothing
yeah,
else.
that they could do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
that's also another thing is that Xenoblade, like in the background, it's actually been getting progress. Like that shit's been getting rated and stuff in
Yeah,
the
everything's
background.
done.
Because I
It's
saw it on
running.
Twitter. Like the game got Xenoblade Definitive Edition got rated in South Korea and it got rated by the ESRB. So if it's getting rated, that means the game's probably already done. They're probably already ready to release it. We just don't have a freaking date. But we know that Nintendo in the past has tweeted out release dates before. I think that's what they did for Yoshi's Crafted World, right?
Yup.
Didn't they just randomly
yeah,
tweet out a date
yeah,
one day?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that they could just do that. They could just be
No,
like,
but
"Oh
like,
yeah,
bro,
They're
why aren't we
anything but
getting
a
a fucking
direct.
direct though? Like a
It,
Nintendo Direct.
yeah."
I
That's what I'm
also, I
saying.
have to say, I think that some of this has to do with the new leadership because now we have completely new leadership. Like we don't have the same people at all now, and I
Yeah,
feel like maybe these new
Doug
people don't
Bowser
see the
instead of
importance of
Reggie.
directs as much.
Yeah, Doug Bowser instead of Reggie. Mr. What is his name? Furukawa instead
Furukawa
of
or something. Yeah,
Kimishima. Yeah, so it's all different
I
people
think
that
that
are
these new
leading
guys probably
everything.
don't care as much about directs. Like they probably don't see it as
Yeah,
much as
but
like
the
the
thing is,
others.
like that shit is like the pinnacle of like hype. Like
I know.
like what the fuck are we supposed to like talk about if not the directs, right? Like that's the shit that like gets us excited for stuff, gets us pre-ordering, right? Because I'm
Hmm.
not gonna pre-order from a fucking tweet. I'm not gonna give a shit. If you just show me a tweet and just be like, "Hey guys, so here's a new game we're making.
Yeah,
Pre-order now." It's
yeah.
like that's not enough for me. Like just to do the fun thing about the directs is just expect to see like this or that. Oh,
Yeah, and
this
then
was
at the end they
announced, that
always
was
have that like
announced.
one
Yeah.
last big surprise, and they
Yeah,
like
that's the thing. The hype, man. The
Yeah.
hype. I mean,
yep.
bro, that's like, listen, like that shit was. I mean, you all remember how it was. You know what I mean? You all know how it was, bro. Like whenever, like fucking, back in the day when Etika used to fucking like, whenever a
Yeah.
direct drop, man, you guys
Yeah.
fucking hype, bro. Like fucking like ball sack sandwiches and shit, dude. Like that shit was gold, bro. And like
Yeah.
you know how I reacted to the fucking Pokemon like reveal and shit. Like,
And how I reacted
Bro,
to
you
Animal
saw what I
Crossing.
did
Like,
to
come
when
on now.
Xenoblade was shown last year. I was banging my
bro,
desk. I was flipping out. And when
that
Animal
shit
Crossing
is
was announced, Zach
hype.
was losing it. Yeah.
Dude, there are channels on YouTube who literally just make compilations of YouTubers and streamers reacting to the
Yep.
Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally channels who just do that.
Yeah.
I
You know what I
know.
mean?
Yeah.
And they got no content because of this shit, bro. They got no content, man. They need to feed them some content, dude. And we need to get some. We need to get some as well, bro. Like,
Yeah.
shit. There's nothing.
There's
Man.
been stuff rumored. People have been saying there's like a new Paper Mario supposedly coming out this year, a new Mario Kart maybe, but like they got to start
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about that if it's gonna be coming,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we're already
what
2
the-
months in. We're
See,
done
I'm
with
sorry,
two
I'm
months
sorry.
in.
We're 3 months in now. It's March.
Yeah, we're in the
I
third
know.
month now. Yeah.
Bro,
It's
and I'm starting to
crazy.
worry about that Paper Mario, the state of that Paper Mario now because of the fact that, like, it was the guy that was saying Paper Mario was the one that also said we would get a direct last month, and now
Wait,
he's
I
like,
thought it
mean,
was
he
someone
got some
else who
other
said
stuff,
I
right?
thought it was someone else who said the Paper Mario.
I thought it was Zippo that started it.
Did he start it? I mean, I thought
I
it was
thought he
someone
did.
else. I don't know, but the point is
don't know.
they gotta
Yeah.
show some of the other games that we have to like look forward to for this year.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I mean,
it's
maybe-
it's looking like a big yikes for them.
And
I know,
also,
like,
it's not like it
what
costs them a lot to make those like directs. Like it's different with like E3, right? E3 costs a lot of money
Yeah,
to
because you
put
have to rent
together
out
a
the whole
show and shit.
stage and
Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
exactly. That shit I can understand. Like PS, like PlayStation and like
Yeah.
Sony and shit, and like Microsoft not wanting to be involved in that. That I understand. Okay, I fully understand that. Okay, but directs are literally just pre-recorded footage, like, and it's not even hosted on a stage or anything. It's just a guy on a green screen being like, "Hello, I am insert name from the Pokemon or from
and it's like
Nintendo company."
it's like they're big money makers too, so they probably don't even have to get paid for the direct. Like they probably just do it, to
Yeah, I mean
advertise.
the hardest part with directs is probably they have to like translate it into different languages.
But again, it's just not that big of a deal. It just really isn't a big of a deal. Like, there's no reason not to do one. And like, bro, we've been starved for a Nintendo Direct, yo. It's been 5 fucking months of this.
It's been over half a year,
And-
bro. Because even the
Yeah,
last
it's
direct did
been-
not have anything
it's been
crazy.
like- Yeah, it's been basically since June because
Yeah,
that
because
September
June is the
Direct had
one that
nothing
actually
left.
gave us like the E3 one that actually had like a crazy announcement with Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild 2. The big crazy announcement for September was Xenoblade, which sure for me that's crazy, but like it's still a remake, it's not like a crazy new experience
Yeah.
type of game.
Oh my gosh, so it's been like 9 months now.
It's actually ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. The 2018 Direct, we got one in March, and that was the one that revealed Smash and had a lot of other cool stuff. So hopefully, maybe this is the month. I hope to God that this is the month that we get something, because I don't know. After Animal Crossing
And
comes
the-
out, if they don't have anything, it's not looking good.
And the speculation of people like saying why there hasn't been a direct is crazy. Like some are saying, okay, so they have no plans for this year. Others are saying like it's because of the coronavirus, and then other people are saying it's because like they have a bunch that they're gonna show. It's like it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. People are making assumptions now.
Either way, for a fact, I know it doesn't look good for them because they got an investors meeting
Yeah.
coming up, and if they don't have anything, that's gonna look bad for them. I also know if you go right now and search up Nintendo stock, that's a big ass red line dipping downward, and it's going down terribly. So, it's because
Oh my
people don't know like what to really expect this year. Hopefully by the end of this month when we come back, maybe there will actually be a direct and stuff to talk about. But it's just really weird right
This
now.
drought is annoying.
They've been so silent, and it's like I have no idea.
And I actually cannot believe like this is the most silent that they've been in the past like decade. Like that's
They've
ridiculous,
beaten the
'cause, like,
record. The record was beaten last week. This is the biggest drought we've
Yeah.
had until they
Like, and
decide to
that's
do a
the thing.
direct. Yeah.
Like it's one thing. It made sense at least like back in the day, when Owada passed away, right? And there was that big gap. Like that made sense at least. But now we're even past that gap. Like what? Like even with the Wii U era, it made sense. But oh my god, it makes what is going on.
They're shooting themselves in the foot with this, though. I'm gonna be honest, yo.
Yeah.
They're really shooting themselves in the foot. But I think the reason they're being so adamant about it is because there's probably a lot of restructuring going on right now because of them moving offices. You know what I mean? They just moved their
Yeah.
head offices over, and also like it seems like Game Freak's gonna be moving in potentially. Like we don't know for a fact just yet, but like a lot of shit is happening. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff is happening, which means it could be that that's the reason they're not announcing stuff and they're just taking their time preparing shit. Could be that, or it's just that now because of their new leadership, they're just not going to give us more info like they used to do. Like maybe it's just going to be like, individual directs for certain games, and then like everything else is going to be announced through like a tweet. Which honestly, if that's the case, like that's depressing, yo.
Yeah, that's
Like,
not like because that's
that
similar to what they
sucks.
have been doing.
But it's
the thing
the end
is,
of
Like
an era,
the beginning
bro.
of the
And the
year,
problem-
they started out with Pokemon Direct. Then like a couple weeks later, they had a Sakurai presentation for their last DLC for Smash. Then they just had an Animal Crossing Direct. Like it seems like
Yeah,
they've
and
just
the
been
problem-
focusing specifically on games.
The problem too is that it would be one thing, right, if this was like the era back in like the 2000s when like E3 was a really huge deal, right? And like E3, you could count on some really ridiculous megatons, but even E3 now is being sized back. So like we don't have directs, we don't have E3. Like what do we have now? We just have tweets and like game directs. That
Yeah.
sucks.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to see what they do. Hopefully they do something.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm not one of those people on Twitter who goes to like every tweet that Nintendo posts and begs for a direct or whatever. Like I'm not really impatient, but I'm just really curious because it's really weird what they're doing this year. It's just very
Yeah.
interesting. So
I just want to know what are y'all
like,
hiding?
what's going
What's
on?
going
Like,
on?
yeah.
You know
Are
what? I
tired
am
of making
impatient.
games?
Come on, Nintendo, get off your fucking ass and start giving us shit. Come on, cunts,
Just
you
my
fucking
knees.
piece of shit. Get off your fucking lazy
Oh
Japanese
my God.
asses and give us some of that Japanese goodness. Come on,
I like the Japanese.
bro.
business.
I need some of that beautiful gameplay. You know, beautiful Nintendo Direct news. That hype, bro. I need to sit there and piss my pants when I see like a new game announced. That's what I want. Okay,
Please, I
I
just want
want
them
to
to
be
open up.
overexcited.
Can they open up with like a Galaxy collection, Super Mario Galaxy collection, and then like end it with
Oh,
like
bro.
something
Like that's
ridiculous,
just wishful
please?
thinking, brother. Like that's just
Miss,
wishful thinking, dude.
please. Please, I need them to do something.
Yeah, we all need them to do something, but clearly they're
But not like something crappy. Like really, I want the direct to actually deliver. Like, actually do something.
Yeah,
cool.
if this direct comes and they don't really have like a lot of big announcements, people will actually be
Like
upset.
if we get like literally a recycled direct where it's like a bunch of third party announcements no one cares about, and then like
Oh, people
here's
will
the Animal
actually
Crossing DLC
people will
at the
actually be
end.
furious. But I think they know now that they have to because we don't have any other big first party games to look forward to. Like for this year, like what's gonna be like their big summer game? Like last year it was Fire Emblem. Everybody loved that Fire Emblem game in the summer. What do they have this year? We don't know anything. Like
Watch them do like. Well, I mean, maybe they think that Animal Crossing is enough for summer, so they'll probably have like updates and stuff and be like, "Here's our game for the summer," and then they'll do like the I could see them doing this where it's like they release Xenoblade close to like maybe June-ish, right?
yeah,
And then
I
they
mean
do
that's been the rumored date,
and
so it could happen.
then we have 3 back-to-back DLC hits. So we get like a big free update from Animal Crossing. We get a Super Smash Brothers character in Season 2. And we get the Pokemon DLC that's planned. And then that's
Yeah,
enough.
I can see that.
Brother, did you just say free, bro, for Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
You really
Yeah,
think
Animal-
you're generous?
Dude, Animal Crossing is
No,
free.
no,
They
no,
confirmed
for the
it.
Yeah, dude,
They
they're doing
confirmed
that
it.
for the
It's
first
free.
year
It's
they're
free.
doing it. They
Did
confirmed
they?
it. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
For the first,
Why
like,
can't we
basically
get free
year.
shit in Pokemon? What
Because
the
it's
fuck, yo?
Game Freak.
Because they
That's
actually Animal Crossing
bullshit,
devs-
bro.
Animal
That's
Crossing actually-
bullshit, yo.
The Animal Crossing devs actually love us.
Yeah, Animal Crossing. They literally said free updates all year.
Yeah, so for the whole year, we're gonna get a bunch of updates, holiday updates, new furniture, new everything, new characters. Even they said, so it'll be fun. I think it'll be like Splatoon, where it's like we get a year of just crazy updates, and then like afterward we'll get like paid DLC that's like $20.
Yeah, I could see that. Like Splatoon, basically, lots of free stuff and then one big paid DLC. At the
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm good with this. I mean, I'm not like the hardcore Animal Crossing fans are gonna survive the drought, but like the rest of y'all are gonna die. Like,
Bro, I just need a day for freaking Xenoblade, and then I'm good. I'm good for the whole year, bro. I could get like I'll get like an easy 800 hours in that game, so I'm good. But yeah, I think we can just move on to a couple of viewer questions and probably wrap it up. We're pretty much done here. Like I said, not really much that happened this month. So let me look through the chat, see what people said. So let's see. Planet says, "How did you guys all get your usernames?" So for mine, it's a really lame story actually. So my real name's Aman, which starts with an A. So I wanted to have a username that starts with A, and I was like looking at tips for what other YouTubers said in terms of usernames, and a lot of them said you have to make sure your name is like short, like your username has to be kind of short so that it's easy to remember, and a lot of people can just type it quickly and find your channel. So I was looking for like short, cool words that start with A. I just like searched, and I was finding like a lot of words, and I found Aero, and I was like, okay, that sounds kind of cool. I like that. So I just decided to go with that. But I remember there were definitely other ones I was considering before then. I was like thinking like Aero, Aether, some other words, so I ended up going with Aero. But that's my story, not really like some crazy backstory or anything. But what about you, Memo?
Mine was actually, I was talking about doing a YouTube channel with Rallet, and he was like, "What are you gonna name it?" And he said some things, and he asked me, "What Pokemon do you like?" I said Mudkip, and then he said, "Just do Mudkip Memo." I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!" So it was pretty much Ruffled Rallet that gave me the name.
Oh damn. What about you, Rowlett?
So I decided to make a final channel as a last-ditch effort to do this YouTube thing. And I was sitting with a pal, and we just kind of like, I don't know, I was thinking of names, and I was looking at like what was like the newest generation at the time was Gen 7. So I was like looking at like what was a popular Pokemon, and I saw like Rowlet and Litten, and I was like, okay, well, what if I take Rowlet, but then just so it sounds different for the sake of like, in case Nintendo wants to come after me for the name, I can like say, oh, it's not the same thing. F you, because I'm gonna call myself Rowlet by mixing Row and Litten, like Rowlet. So, but then I thought like I can't just call myself Rowlet, so I gotta come up with something else. So I was like, okay, but give me like a word for like fluffy, but in old British. And he searched up a few words. He's like, oh, what about this one? Ruffle. They're like, ruffled rallad. Yeah, I like that. Let's go
Yeah,
with
because
that.
you got the double R's, so it goes together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. What about you, Zach?
So okay, do you guys know the YouTuber Black Nerd Comedy?
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So he did this like Wii U rap back in the day, and one of the verses was when he was imitating Mario, and he said "Game the Cube." I was like, that kind of has a ring to it, and so then I made it my Wii U username back in like 2012, and then like a year later, I wanted to start my YouTube channel, and so I used that same thing as my tag, and "Game the Cube" was taken, so I added an N for like Nintendo, and so was N Game Cube.
Oh. All right. Yeah. So we all pretty much got like simple stories, really, not like a crazy like story for how we got our names. That's good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, I've, like, listened to, like, other YouTubers, they got, like, an insane backstory for, like, how they got their name. I'm like, I don't got that, but mine's, like, as simple as you can get.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Obvious said, what do you think about Atlas asking to port games to the Switch? We basically talked about that. Lotad says, what is your favorite game for 2020 and why? I mean, that's the thing. We barely know anything coming out this year, you know? I mean, for Zach, it's obviously Animal Crossing.
No matter what, they could announce like 50 games for the year.
They can announce
Galaxy
anything.
Collection, new 3D Mario, new Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2 comes out this Metro Prime 4. It's still Animal Crossing. So.
Yeah. I mean, for me, probably Xenoblade, but, like, what else do we have this year besides Animal Crossing and Xenoblade, you know? Like, that's why we need a direct to get some other games, other stuff to look forward to. Dark Forest said, what are your thoughts on the Sonic movie? Oh, I guess we could talk about that. Did any of you guys see it?
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, I
really
saw
liked
it.
It was
I
a lot
liked
of
it.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
It was really fun.
I liked it more than Detective Pikachu, personally.
I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to see it, but
yeah, you
I
should
just
go see
haven't
it,
had the
bro.
time.
It was a good movie.
I've
Yeah,
been
it's
stuck
really
inside
fun.
lately.
Yeah, I liked it. If you like Detective Pikachu, then you'll definitely like it way more because it's better, in my opinion. But
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Honestly, I've heard really good things about it. And it's also done perform better than Detective Pikachu in money and like.
Yeah,
box
right.
office.
So yeah.
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 All
Let me check what it's on right now. Box office.
Let's see.
Oh, it actually went past the 100 million milestone. Damn,
Nice.
Yeah, I
not
liked
bad,
it.
not bad.
I'm excited for the
So-
sequel. That post-credit scene was so exciting.
So the budget was $85 million, and they've made 265 million worldwide. Wow.
Oh yeah, they're good. Yep.
Yo, congratulations, because I've heard good things about it, and I'm so happy. I'm really sad though that the studio who remade the graphics, you know, like the Sonic model and stuff, the 3D and like the CGI, that studio all of them got fired in Canada, and they moved that studio over to like Malaysia, so it would cost them like the company less money.
Aw.
That shit was like really depressing.
Yep.
Like really, like I think I don't know how many, like a few hundred like employees just lost their jobs. It's like really BS though. Like, and they really did a good job like fixing Sonic. Like, bruh, remember that original one, bruh.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that
Dude,
was-
like I was like, I was
was
watching
so
the movie.
ugly.
I was watching the movie, like imagining what every scene would look like with that old design. I was like, bro, this would have been so ass if it was like the old design. So,
Yeah.
let's see.
I know, because like part of the movie was like, and the charm of the movie was just Sonic being adorable. So if he was ugly, then it would just be weird.
Exactly. There's so many scenes where like they try to like play with your emotions. Like they have like really like kind scenes or whatever, or like caring scenes. And like if they had that ugly ass design trying to have like a like a scene like that, it would have been so bad. So
Right. Yep.
yeah, and there's also a post credit surprise which I won't spoil, but definitely if you
I
go
love
watch it, if you go
that.
watch it, stick around for the post credits because there's actually something cool
Yup.
after. Let's see here. Extremely Tired says, "What is your least favorite Pokemon design?" So for me, probably Stunfisk. I would say I don't really like Stunfisk. It's funny because they got a Galarian form in Sword and Shield, but I don't like its normal design. I know it's just like a big fat pancake. I don't really like it. But what about you, Memo?
Huh?
The least favorite Pokemon design?
Of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say Bruxish.
Bruxish.
Same here, same here. No, Bruxish.
Unpheasant.
Oh, Unpheasant. No, I actually
I
like
hate
Unpheasant.
For me,
I hate that
Bruxish, dude, I hate that thing. It actually makes me want to puke when I look at it. Like, genuinely, it's the
Wow.
most disgusting
dude.
Pokemon.
How
Bro.
do you sleep? How do you sleep
Bro,
at night?
you
saying
just
those
said its
words?
name as well, you little shit. You just said its name. Don't even try me, bro. Most disgusting looking Pokemon ever, yo. Literally, it's the epitome of garbage. Like, bro, listen, Trubbish and Garbodor are actually, I would kiss them, dude,
They were pretty
rather than ever even touch a Bruxish, because that thing looks like it's fucking malaria and shit, yo. Like, it just looks disgusting, dude. I ain't touching that thing. It's disgusting, yo.
What about you, Zach? What's your least favorite Pokemon design?
I would say my least favorite Pokemon design is the design of the routes in Sword and Shield.
Whoa.
Oh, oh, you legend. Oh, you fucking legend.
Whoa.
Oh, you fucking legend, dude.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Oh, he ain't wrong at all, dude. That's
That was a
legend.
wild card, dude. That was a wild card.
That was literally the best answer you could have gave. Oh
Yeah.
man. In fact, that actually makes me remember a meme that I had. I'll put it on stream in a bit. Let me get to the next question though, because that you're gonna love this meme. But this person says, let's see here. Rex says, do you think Xenoblade Definitive Edition will get DLC like Xenoblade 2 did? It's possible. I mean, Xenoblade 2, they made it because they made it like that so that they could have a DLC after with like the story, but I don't know if they could do it with Definitive Edition, but they made a lot of money with the DLC, so it would be kind of bad if they didn't do a DLC. So I could see them coming up with something, like a paid DLC.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. Ash says, your thoughts on Marshadow? I think Marshadow's a cool Pokemon. Yeah, I like
Really
Marshadow.
Yeah, nice Pokemon for sure.
Yep.
What do you think, Ruffle?
I like Pokemon.
Nice, dude. Nice. You're so deep with your thoughts, dude.
All right, let's see. Do you plan on playing any other Persona games besides 5? Depends on how much I like 5. If I like 5 a lot, I know everyone says 4 is also really good, so I'll play 4.
Yeah.
But I have to like 5 first.
Yeah, the gameplay of 5 is like by far the best of any Persona game. So you might feel like a little rough playing like the older ones, but at the same time, the story of the older ones is so good that you'll probably want to push through it. So, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Let's see here. Any thoughts about the new Pokemon movie? Oh yeah, didn't a new Pokemon movie come out?
Oh, the Netflix one. The Netflix one.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix?
I'm in the minority with this one.
It's the first movie remake.
The Mewtwo one?
Yeah,
right?
in 3D.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
3D,
I didn't
yeah.
see it. I didn't see it, but I know people were talking about it. What did you guys?
Yeah.
Did any of you see it?
So everyone is hating on this, but I think it looks fine. Everyone hates like the 3D, or I think it's a cool like little experiment. It's like, okay, like we're gonna try to remake this 2D movie in 3D. I think it looked really nice. I don't see the problem. I'm gonna watch it soon. I haven't seen it, but from what I've seen, it looks cool.
I'm gonna watch it with my small cousins because I want to share the experience with them. Because it's the first movie, and I want to see how they react and stuff like that. So I wanna do that.
The movie's so nostalgic.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I don't know. I think it's like the designs that a lot of people don't like. Like, cause don't they have like a new like kind of 3D design going for that movie?
Oh yeah, it's not the normal one, dude.
Yeah, it's like a whole
But
like
I like
CGI
it. It's like
type
a
of
new
design.
take.
Wait, for what now?
The new
CGI.
Pokemon movie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was watching it on Netflix, bro. It's actually kind of unnerving watching. Like it's kind of uncanny. I don't like it.
You
I'm
don't
gonna be
like
honest. Nah, bro. The Pokemon look
funny.
fine, bro, but the humans, it
Oh,
almost. You know what it
Brock
looks
looks
like,
weird.
bro. Listen. No, it's not even their face design. It's their movement and shit, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude.
Like the
Listen,
animation.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It looks like a fucking video game cutscene, and I'm not talking about like today's video game cutscenes. I'm talking like GameCube cutscenes.
Oh.
I'm not joking.
So Sword and Shield cutscenes, right?
Bro, it just no. But like, bro, it's just like they got this kind of like, dude, it feels like I'm watching like a bootleg fucking like 3D movie from like some really weird like German studio somewhere in like fucking Dusseldorf or some shit. Like, it really looks like a scuffed like the anime. It's just the human characters, by the way, not the Pokemon. The Pokemon look fine, and maybe it might be our TV because our TV is running at like 60 frames per second.
Wow.
Right, like the actual frame rate, like
We
you
don't
know,
have
but normal.
244.
Listen,
Lucky.
no, but like normal TVs usually run in just like 30, right? Every
Yeah,
movie
yeah, I
is
feel
in
you.
30, and 24 actually, 24 mostly, and 30. But like ours runs in 60 FPS, whatever, for some reason. And like when you watch a movie, like everything looks really crisp and shit. But with this, it's honestly kind of disturbing for my eyes. I'm just like, what the? Why do they look like video game? Like it literally looks like video game cutscenes. And also, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I hated how they remade that opening scene with Mewtwo going berserk, bro. They really fucking fucked it up, dude.
I mean, I haven't
Like,
seen
dude,
it, so I can't.
I remember the first one, dude. Like Mewtwo being like, "Who am I? What am I?" Right? And all that shit, right? Like it was really like dark and cinematic and shit. In this one, it's just like generic, like just the generic 3D scene. Like there's no darkness or grittiness to it. It's just kind of like boring. Honestly, it just wasn't that special. I'm gonna be honest. Like it just didn't look that interesting. There was no like how to put this. This movie felt like just kind of your generic bug standard 3D like CGI like cartoon, so to say. That's what it felt like. Like, and not the Pokemon. The Pokemon look sick, dude. They look so cool in that 3D. But like the characters, the movement, like just the feeling of shit just didn't feel like right whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like I don't know
Well,
why.
I'll have to watch.
It's just
I'll have
like,
to watch to see if I feel the same way.
dude, you know what I think they should do? They should let another company, the company who's making the Lupin the Third movie. If you guys have seen the trailer for that, bro, it's sick. Like they should make those guys work on this CGI for like in the next Pokemon. If they're gonna do another CGI Pokemon movie, because like, bro, if you search up Lupin the Third CGI, you'll see what I'm talking about. That thing, it like Lupin the Third. Let me see the third CGI, because bro, it looks insane. Like the quality on that is incredibly good. And like I remember seeing the trailer for it, I was like, this is actually like better than Disney level animation. Like it just looks so freaking good. And like if they'd gone with like that sort of animation style, like put more and more like more money into it, I would have probably preferred it more. But I don't know, the whole like rigid movement just didn't feel like, I don't know, I just didn't like it in the movie. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, I found it. All right, so here's the meme I was talking about. Look, I put it on stream. Look at this meme. The Kanto map or whatever, and then the freaking Galar map. It's just a
Let
freaking
me see.
vertical line, bro. Because that's essentially what the whole region was, bro. Sword and Shield. You start at the bottom and you just move to the top. That's literally what the whole game was. Like, remember when we saw the game and we saw the map? Everybody was like, "This region's gonna be huge. There's so much stuff," and it's just like the routes are so minimalistic that it's like
Yep.
it's actually crazy.
But there's so much space, so many forests and stuff from the sides on the map, right? Which they should be explorable, but it's like no.
Dude, that's exactly what I mean. Like when you get to like some of those cities, like you see like the little hills and forests in the background, but you can actually never get there. It's just like there for display. You know what I mean?
Weird. That's
Whereas like if you've played any other Switch game, like in Breath of the Wild, if you see that in the back, you can get there. Like any place you see, you can always reach it. So
you can even climb to get there. That's
exactly
crazy.
like I remember in Breath of the Wild, like as soon as you start the game and you run out of that cave and you see that big ass volcano in the back, it's not just there for show. You actually get to go there in the game. Like,
Yep.
it's crazy how like you don't get to do that in Sword and Shield. So
Breath of the Wild is such a gem, though. It's crazy how good of a game that is.
It's beautiful. I love that game.
It's exactly beautiful. Is the correct word for it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think there's only one more question left in the viewer questions, and then after that we can take a few from the chat and probably wrap it up. So Vanel says, if Game Freak made another Let's Go game, it would be centered around Johto, but what would you like to see in the game? Well, for one, they'd better have the Kanto region in there, because if they cut out that was like what made Johto so special. If they cut out that, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
You know, if they just gave us the Johto region, and then on top of that they add by saying, oh well, if you wanted Let's Go in a Kanto experience, just buy Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. No, that they ain't getting away with that. So
No.
that's like what I would probably want.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Last question. This is a very deep question. What would be your top tier game if you never played Xenoblade 2? Well, Xenoblade 2 is like a top tier game for me, but that's not my favorite game of all time, surprisingly. It's actually Pokemon Red, and it's funny because everybody hates that game, but for me, that game, I just have so many memories with it because that's my first ever video game I ever played. Like, not even just Pokemon, just first ever video game. So I remember, because I got that game late. It was like, I don't know, 2006 or 7. I remember like I moved from my neighborhood, my old neighborhood, to a new house. I had no friends, nothing to do. So my dad was like, you know what? Let's get you a video game system so you can actually have something to do in your free time. And he took me to
so wholesome.
Yeah, he took me to GameStop.
I love it.
He took me to GameStop. He got me a Game
Get a
Boy
look
Advance.
at
Got me a
things
blue
beyond.
Game Boy Advance, and then he was like, "What game should we get?" And then I remember people at school just talking about how Pokemon was so big at the time. So I was like, "Okay, let's get a Pokemon game." And the old school Game Boy games, like the old school ones, like Pokemon Red, bro, those were only $2 in 2006.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got it
you
for
fucking lucky.
I got it for $1.99. $1.99, $2. I got it. I still have the cartridge, and
Dude,
I played
I would
that.
buy 10 of them right now, dude.
Yeah.
I'm broke, dude, but I would still do it, dude.
Wait, 10 of what? I'm sorry.
The
10 of
Pokemon Red
Pokemon
cartridge,
Red, dude.
like the OG
Oh,
Pokemon Red
nice.
cartridge.
I would just buy 10, dude.
And you
just
got,
to
oh,
get
dude.
them.
You,
Box
oh,
them
dude, it's
in.
actually hilarious. I actually got my copy of Pokemon Blue, the original, from a Secret Santa in like 3rd grade.
No,
Damn,
really?
that's
For
crazy.
free, yeah.
Oh man,
2nd
In
grade,
school?
actually, I think.
you're
Yeah.
so lucky,
Yeah,
bro.
at
Well,
school.
we,
At school.
we
for
couldn't
some
we
kid,
couldn't
yeah.
do that in school. Our class were like, no, you can't do that. It has to cost $1. It has
Yeah.
to be something little. Like,
Bro,
you
I
can
got
do it
like
by
a
hand.
fucking statue of Santa in a blue suit. It was so stupid.
That's pretty lit, though. That's
You know what
pretty
I did though, dude? I just took a toy I had at home and put inside of like, for like I
Wow,
didn't buy
dude.
one, dude. Dude, like fuck it,
Wow.
bro. Like, hey, bro,
You just
I
did
didn't
not
have
care.
money, bro. I lived in a box, bro. I didn't have money to spend. Hell no, dude. I ain't got no money,
Had to
bro.
put the stick in the box.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna put my toys. I'm gonna put my toys in the box. I'm gonna get lazy. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it, dude.
All right, well, that's all of the questions from the viewer questions. So if you guys were watching right now, if you have any questions you want to ask us in the chat for the last, well, it's 4:54. I guess we'll stream until 5. So for the next 6 minutes, if you guys got anything, let us know. And after that, we'll probably wrap it up. Solid, like 1 hour, 1.5 hour stream, which is good because we had literally nothing to talk about. But you know, we had that math lesson from Ruffles in the middle, so you know.
Oh yeah, goddamn.
Someone said thoughts on Pokemon Home. Believe it or not, I actually still have not downloaded Pokemon Home yet. I haven't gotten it on Switch or my phone, so.
I only use it for 1 month now, and I probably won't use it for much until like a new game comes out, really. Well, until the DLCs come out.
Like for me personally, like after reading about everything and all that, like for me, I've come to the conclusion that I don't need it. Like it's not something I would be using to the point where I need to spend money on it.
Yeah, I'm good.
So I don't have to, like, because I was looking at it, like the features are cool and all, like you transform Pokemon, like the Wonder Box and all that, but like I don't even play Pokemon so much like that anymore, to the point where I'm always constantly trading and doing stuff like that, so I don't need to pay $16 a year.
I haven't even checked out. I haven't even downloaded Home. Like I don't even have it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
at all.
I haven't downloaded that either.
Yeah, I
Like,
completely
have
agree.
No interest in that whatsoever. Like I'm just not like if I decide to trade Pokemon over, I'll do it. But honestly, I don't see like any interest in trading my Pokemon over from like old games to like Sword and Shield for whatever reason. Like until they introduce a new generation with every Pokemon in it, and I don't have to worry about Pokemon getting stuck in Home, I ain't transferring.
Yeah,
I'm not buying that. Like there's no reason for me to.
we're like, no, like I'm looking at you, Aero. Like I'm not playing Pokemon like that anymore. I have other things to do.
Exactly, bro. I have not played like Sword and Shield. Like after I beat the main game in Sword and Shield, I haven't really cared about.
Wow, you didn't even get Master Ball rank? You
No, I
freaking-
did. I do the Wi-Fi.
Oh, you got
battles.
Master Ball rank.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got
from,
Master Ball rank.
yeah, from time to
Ooh.
time.
Yeah.
But like, that's basically what I do. I mean, our new season started today, so I'll probably get back to Master
Yeah.
Ball, and then I'll probably ditch the game for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, that game
I mean,
is
the competitive scene about to be trash after this anyway, because today the new season allows like all the home Pokemon to be used now. So now everybody's going to be
gosh.
using Incineroar, which
Oh
is like
yeah,
one of the worst Pokemon, bro. Like for a competitive, terrible. It has freaking Intimidate.
Landorus is gonna come as well.
Freaking
so-
Intimidate. It has Snarl. It's terrible Pokemon. So now everyone's just gonna run Incineroars. The meta is gonna be trash and lame. So I don't really play
welcome
Pokemon.
to Pokemon in 2020.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be too busy
No,
making my house look amazing in Animal Crossing. So.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be playing Persona. I'll be playing like other games. Like at this point, Pokemon has no longer become like one of my main like priority types of games anymore. Like
Yup.
there used to be a time where I would play Pokemon above nothing else, but like now it's just
Same.
I don't know.
Dude, I remember those days when it'd be like Saturday and I'd wake up and I'd just play Pokemon all day and like have the TV on, you know?
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. Like I'll play for a few
Same.
hours, do some ranked battles, but That's about it.
Pokemon just ain't hitting like it used to.
Yep. Good Gamer Glenn says, how often do you host Nintendo Night? We do it every month. Every month.
Yeah.
Usually towards the end, so like all the news happens that month, and then we cover everything that happens at the end.
Yup.
Love to see you here, Glenn, by the way.
What's up?
He's from my channel.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Skedaddle, skedoodle.
He's a cool dude.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
He's
You
probably
guys...
in Ruffle channel as well, now that I think of it.
Yeah, he might be watching all of us because we cover the same stuff then.
True.
You guys should be hyped for Generation 9. It's gonna have Breath of the Wild style. Oh hell no, bro! I'm not setting my expectations for anything because that's what everybody said about Sword and Shield, and look what we got. Oh my god, remember that? Remember all the rumor days, and everybody was like, the new Pokemon game on the Switch is gonna be Breath of the Wild level, or it's gonna be the same impact as that, and then we get this shitstorm. Hell no.
And what did we get? Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing, Bruder, nothing.
Tony says, hopefully next month we get a direct and a release date to talk about. Honestly, bro, just give us some stuff to talk about, you know? Like we're in that drought right now for Nintendo news. Hopefully, you know how sick it would be if we just end this podcast? You know what happened? Our first ever podcast that we had, we were talking about Pokemon on the Switch. Like this was like Let's Go, before Let's Go. And we were talking about that, and we were like, man, I wonder if there's actually going to be a Pokemon game this year. Is it actually going to come out? We ended that podcast, and that same week we had the whole reveal for Let's Go. Can it happen again? Can it please happen again where we're in this drought, man, we're dying out here, and then this week they announce a direct? Like, how sick would that be? Oh.
Please.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully it's on the way. I don't know, because if they don't have anything to talk about this year, we're in a tough spot as Nintendo fans, honestly.
Oh,
I know, especially
because like we know Nintendo's gonna be at E3. What are they gonna show at E3 then if they don't have any other games? Like they
Wait, are they at E3?
Yeah, they confirmed. Yeah, they confirmed they are at E3.
Then they have to have something.
Sony though, they disappeared.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Actually, have you noticed that like the other companies are in a drought too? It's weird. Like Sony actually like.
Yeah, I think it's
revealed PS5.
Well, yeah, with Sony, everybody's just waiting for them to talk about the PS5. You know.
Yeah, but I think it's the format effect right now. Like it's it's what happens like when there's like one big thing that happens, right? It shifts the whole like the whole meta of like video game development, right? So like honestly, look at what everything that's happened in the last like just 12 months of the video game development scene, right? We had the falling and burning of Blizzard. Right? Have you all seen what's happened there?
Yeah, like, it's a wreck. Yeah,
bro, it's a train wreck, yo. It's a fucking disaster, dude. But like, that's a shit show, right? But add on to that, right? Like everything else that's happening, right? You got like left, right, center, shit's just falling apart for different companies. Like EA's got trouble. You know, like you got like, for example, right? When was the last time we had a Battlefield game? Nothing's released, right? Like we don't like it's almost like every one of these like big things that usually releases every year. Like
wasn't the last Battlefield game like really controversial too? Everybody hated it for some reason.
No, there wasn't one. There hasn't been one, bro, since Battlefield 5, and that's
what I mean. Like wasn't that last one like wasn't that really controversial? Like people didn't.
Yeah, but when the fuck was that? Like 2017 or some shit? Like 2018?
Yeah,
2018, I think. Yeah, that was like it's been a while, bro.
Yeah,
it's been a while. Yeah. Like they haven't done shit in a long time, man. And like it doesn't seem like they're gonna release another one anytime soon. And add on to that like a bunch of other like just in terms of like everything is kind of like stale at the moment in terms of gaming. Like everything's kind of stuck. If
it's at a standstill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
where's the next gen?
It's the next gen is coming. That's why I think it's the next gen is really like I think a lot of developers are probably thinking like let's not jump headfirst into this and start making games for the next gen until we see how next gen actually performs.
Okay,
right?
But that's the thing is that Nintendo is not a part of that though. They're already in their next gen.
Yeah, but listen. But it's still an ecosystem that has to coexist with each other, right?
Holy fancy words.
Okay. But they need to coexist with each other. Like that's just how it is. And when there's a big shift happening on one side, the other side has to kind of adapt to that, right? They need to adapt to that. So I think for Nintendo, it's like observing and seeing what's going to happen with PlayStation. Like, are they going to make a console that's similar to the Switch? It's a handheld kind of portable device, or is it going to be a home-only device? Like, I think what everybody's looking right now is just kind of like awaiting and seeing where things are going, right? Because like if Nintendo sees that like, oh shit, the PlayStation is shit, they're doing bad. All right, let's go. Let's push out the Nintendo Switch Pro. Let's go Nintendo Switch Pro, Nintendo Switch XL. Let's get that shit out real quick. All right, they're failing. We need to capitalize on this. Fuck the other Japanese guys. We're the #1 Japanese guys. Let's do this. All right, like seriously. Like they're just looking. They're all waiting to see where things are going because we haven't had a new console release since the last one, and that was like what? Over half a decade ago at this point, right? When did the PS4 come out? Like PS4 come out? When was that?
2014 or 13, I think.
Jesus Christ.
2013, November 2013.
Crap,
Yeah, 7 years
it's
ago.
been half. Yeah, that's
Oh my
ages ago at this
God.
point. You know,
Yeah.
that's a long time ago, man. So like, there hasn't been a big shift like this in a while, which means like every company, every single studio is a little bit in a weird like, oh, you know, what do we like? I mean, do we wait and see? You know,
The
because
new
like
generation transition.
yeah, because like the reason I'm mentioning it, bro, is like a lot more people have moved to PC. If you haven't noticed, like
Yeah.
PC is becoming
Yeah.
the superior
Aye.
platform. You know, but it really is like it. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, like I don't play. I used to only play console, right? I haven't touched my PS4 in years. Okay, I haven't touched it since I finished playing The Last of Us, which was 2015, 2016.
Well, you got a sequel for that coming out at least.
Yeah, but even that, like, there's no info on it. Like, there's fuck all in terms of information. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know, bro. But like, it's kind of dead at the moment, right? Everything's kind of dead. Like, there's nothing happening. There's no information. There's like nothing. There's just it's empty. Honestly, bro, it's empty.
Yeah, both Sony and Nintendo fans are just waiting for their companies to do something at this point. Like, it's just
Yeah,
like,
and
it's
I
just like
guess-
who's gonna start it off? Who's gonna do it first? You know, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I know Victino in the chat said, when in March, if it's coming in March, when would you predict the direct could happen? I was thinking before Animal Crossing releases, but maybe they might do it after Animal Crossing. You could play devil's advocate and say that maybe it'll be after because they want to give Animal Crossing more space to sell. But I would think it would be before because they already know Animal Crossing. Like, people are hyped for that. They're gonna buy it no matter what. So I would think like
So
yeah, I would think like this week or next week, because the week after is when Animal Crossing comes out. So
yeah,
maybe a direct this week. The last direct that we had in March, the 2018 one, was in the first week of March too. I'm pretty sure. So, and also in 2 days, it's gonna be the Switch's anniversary on March 3rd.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
It's gonna be the 3rd birthday. So if they announced like a direct on that day, or if they had a direct, like they can announce a direct tomorrow and then have it on the Switch's birthday.
yeah.
That actually does make sense if they would.
You know, I don't know what they could do at this point, but it should come. I would say my prediction would probably be like, without no rumors, no speculation or anything, just like a logical prediction. I would say either this week or next week, before Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Do you guys think that we will get No More Heroes 3 news this year? Probably. I mean, that's something that would be in a direct, right? Like, I wouldn't see them just talking about it randomly. They'd probably have that in a direct.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I guess we'll take one more question if you guys have any, and then we'll probably wrap it up. I know people talking about PS3s right now in the chat. Yeah, my PS3. I don't even have a PS3. I never did. I have a PS2 though. I still have my PS2. If they announce a direct for the Switch's birthday, I'm gonna be really happy. That would be like really good to do though. Like, they could honestly have a direct on the Switch's birthday. That would be so good. Like, they could time it and like have the whole direct be like, well, today marks the 3-year celebration of when the Switch came out, and they could do a really good event actually. To be honest, but
Yeah.
I doubt they'll do it. To be honest, I don't think that they.
I know.
Because it's
They don't
freaking
love us.
Nintendo. Just like whenever there's like an amazing idea, that just means it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that means it will never happen in a million years.
Yeah, I know. Like, there was like a rumor that I was reading where somebody said like maybe like the first time ever we'll have a direct happen on a Saturday because this year was like a leap year where like Nintendo could like do some like crazy gimmick and have a direct on a Saturday. I'm like, nah.
They would never.
They would not. Yeah, we never had a direct on a Saturday or any weekend. The closest thing that happened was there was a Smash Direct that was announced on a Sunday. That's like the closest thing that we ever had. It wasn't even a direct.
Yeah, that was the best
Not even a
ever.
direct happening, but just a direct being announced. Because I remember that was at Evo. That was so clean though. Actually, if you any of you were watching that, that was so clean how they did that reveal. It was like the Melee finals wrapping up at Evo, and like the commentators were like, "Well, thank you so much again for Nintendo for helping with this event." And then they're like, "And Nintendo actually has a special video to share with their fans about all their support for Smash Bros." And everybody's like, "Oh, it's gonna be some supported Smash Bros video," and instantly it just turns into like this reveal for like a Smash Direct happening on August 8th, and everybody was like flipping out. It was crazy. It was so cool. I was watching that live, and I was like losing my shit. It was
I
crazy.
know it.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what goes on. Because the thing is, even with Smash DLC, they're slowing that down too. Like they said, the DLC isn't going to end until 2021 in December. That's a whole 2 years of DLC. So, and there's only six
Yeah.
characters coming. So that means like one character every 4 months if they're going evenly.
Yep.
So that's a really slow DLC. I think like this year we might get like 1 or 2 characters at most. Maybe like one around like the summer or fall, one like at the end of the year in like December. And then the rest next year.
Yep.
Jonathan Mark says, "Do you know the rumor about Nintendo and Game Freak moving to the same office?" I mean, that's not a rumor, right? That was
It's
confirmed.
confirmed. Yeah.
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 Like we know that Nintendo is going to be watching. Also,
Wait, is it confirmed that they actually are moving,
Chronic
or wasn't
Thieves
that like?
for subbing.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you, appreciate it,
confirmed.
bro. Chronic Thieves.
It's confirmed.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I like read that it was confirmed. So
Yep.
they're going to be overlooking what they're doing. So that's good. Hopefully that means that at least the games can at least improve a little bit. The thing with Pokemon that I always say is it's not the thing is that they just never ask for help or like go out and try to do something else, you know? They always just stick to like Game Freak. They're like we're good. We got it under control. We don't need anyone's help. Whereas like other Nintendo developers are not even like ashamed to like ask if they needed help in developing a game. Like Ianuma's team, bro, like when they were developing Breath of the Wild, he straight up just said in an interview, he's like, we knew Zelda was going to a place where it's never gotten before, and we weren't so sure how to develop such a big open world game like this, so we asked multiple other developers and studios for their cooperation and help, and look how Breath of the Wild turned out, you know? So
Yeah.
that's the thing. Hopefully it would be cool if Game Freak decides to do that at some point. I don't know if they will.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this podcast, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all of you guys who still came. If you stuck around since the very beginning, you're a real one. I mean, we didn't really have a lot to talk about. We just, mainly Pokemon, some Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
other stuff. Like I said, the news has been such a drought that, like, there hasn't been anything to talk about. Like, it's crazy how we
In months
managed
too. Like we've had to say. I feel like we've had to repeat, say this for the past few podcasts. Like even in the last year, there's been droughts. It's crazy.
Bro, we've been saying like there's been a drought on the podcast for like the past like 3 months at this point.
I know.
It's crazy. Like there's just nothing to talk about. Like I just want like that one big direct to finally come, and we have like a whole list of 20 topics of 20 good things to talk about. Like those were the times.
Yes.
Those were the times.
And I want like some. I even just want some announcements so then we can have material to like speculate off of, like, and then we can speculate what would this type of game like this could happen or that could
exactly.
just ideas from Nintendo. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, we finally get that direct because it's looking bad for them. Like I said, it's not going to be good if they don't have anything.
Oh yeah, this is not cute.
Maybe this month. Do you think we'll get a direct this month, Zach?
I see it as like a 50% chance. I mean, I don't know because February literally should have it should have happened in February. Like, there's no reason why it shouldn't have happened in February. Like, why didn't it happen? Like January, okay, you could make the devil's advocate argument. Well, we had Smash, we had Pokemon, and on top of that, they've skipped January the past few years now. But February had no game releases, so why didn't they use that time to talk about new games?
February should have been when Mystery Dungeon should have came out, to be honest.
Yeah, why didn't?
Because
Yeah,
February
like,
we
why
had
March?
nothing. The problem with Mystery Dungeon now is they're selling a $60 Mystery Dungeon game, and it's gonna come out 2 weeks before Animal Crossing. Like, why would anybody really care to buy that if they're gonna wait for Animal Crossing, which is a whole new experience,
And also, why would
I
you
know,
care about
especially when
buying
they're
it if
charging,
I'm going to be
like,
live streaming it for
full
24 hours on my channel? Come by and watch it, everybody.
But also, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Tony for donating. He donated $5 a couple minutes ago. He said, "Let's hope for a direct this week and a Xenoblade Definitive Edition release date." Bro, hopefully it happens. Like at this point, even if they just tweeted out a Xenoblade date, I'd be hype at this point because I just need to know when the game comes out, so I can start crossing down the days, and then I'm done. Once that game comes out, you will not hear from me for the next till the end of the year. You won't hear from me. I'll be gone. I'll be gone.
I can't wait to go like MIA once Animal Crossing drops.
Yeah. Once Animal Crossing drops, you're done with Zach. You're not gonna see him ever again. Once Xenoblade comes, the Nintendo Night podcast is over. It's over. There's no reason. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this stream, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. We can just go in order, I guess, for where you can find us. So for me, of course, on this channel right here, Aero, you guys can sub to the channel if you're enjoying all this stuff. We do Nintendo Night every single month, and we also talk about other stuff. I do streams sometimes where I play some games, Pokemon. Definitely will be streaming Xenoblade when it comes out. Hopefully, maybe Persona when I get that this year at the end of the month. So that's always good. And then some other games, I'll be talking about that. Rumors for directs, Pokemon spoilers and rumors and stuff as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. Follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero. You guys can keep up to date with me and all that good stuff. And yeah, Memo, you're up.
I can't wait.
You can follow me on, you can subscribe to me on YouTube, Mudkip Memo, same thing on Twitter. Premium Snapchat as well, no problem, guys. Ruffle, shout you out. This is your time, dude.
Oh shit! Wait one second.
Plug that 24-hour stream.
Brother, you boy we Ruffled Rallit. You can find me on the YouTube. Hey, brother, you can come by and make the Pokemon content. Brother, I see you there. Bye bye.
You should plug your second channel. Are you gonna plug your second channel?
Oh, second channel. Okay, this one's kind of serious, man. So Rick Pop is Rick Pop at Valorant. Actually, Rick Pop Valorant is my secondary channel. I'm doing content on a new game called Project A, or actually, its real name is called Valorant. It's being developed by Riot Games. It's going to be really cool. If you like FPS games, then go over there. I make news content on it. I'm going to be doing funny moments, that sort of stuff. Do check it out. It'd be really appreciated. Bye bye.
Yeah, go give him a sub.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right, Zach, close us all off.
All right, cool. So you guys can find me. My YouTube channel is Endgame the Cube. My Twitter handle is ZachEvans97, and yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much once again for sticking with us, watching this whole podcast, even though we had nothing to talk about. And I hope to God that we come this month at the end and actually have some good stuff to talk about, like a big direct full of lots of content, lots of news. Hopefully that happens, and we can actually have a really awesome podcast. But yeah, we'll catch you guys at the end of this month. Peace.
Peace.
Bye bye.